Let's get it, the event. I got your back. Yeah.
What's up, motherfucker? What's going on?
Glad to be back.
They told me if Black Lives Matter, mine's better than both.
Yeah, we all made mistakes. You gotta do mistakes. Yeah, mistakes. Yeah. You gotta take a shot. You can't bring it back. Just see what I did. No, you were like that. You want to go like that, you committed. Yeah.
What it good be? Hopefully it's with it's your boy N.O.R.E.
And this is Sunny D B.E.T.
And this is Military Crazy Raw. Drink Champs, Yappy Hour. Make some noise! And when you talk about hand to hand, toe to toe, one of the best stand-up comedians in the world. 31 movies. What was it, 31 or 37? 37 movies under his belt.
It is. But it all equals to about 37 minutes total of airtime.
Hold on, let me keep picking you up. The man is building a school in Ghana right now. They're telling me Ghana's gonna be the new Dubai. They said Ghana's gonna be the new Dubai with Miami combined together and great repertoire. He's building a school. The school is being built right now. The man also got his dance moves stolen. Outright, straight out. I thought all Africans get along. I found out they do not. The man went from Africa and went to Philadelphia and dominated. And I need to understand how he started this comedy career from the motherland to the comedy land. And in case you don't know what we're talking about the one, the only, Michael motherfucking Blackson! Now, I've been following what's going on. Let's be serious first before we get some champagne. I remember hearing you say that in Africa, the kids would have jobs at 7 years old.
Yes, man.
Like, what do you mean by jobs? Like washing the dishes?
No, like going out and selling things in the marketplace. Africans, we are hustlers, man. We start at a young age, going with our mother in a marketplace, selling whatever. Whether you pick the fruit from your backyard and you're gonna sell fruits, whatever. Kids start working at a very early age.
Right.
You know, especially those who cannot afford to go to school. They have no choice but to go to work with their parents.
And is they parents sending them to work, or the kid is like, I want to work at 7?
The parents take them as helpers.
Wow.
You know, because a lot of times they can't afford to go to school, so you have to do something at a young age. Kids start selling at a very young age, man. That's why Africans were very good with numbers.
Right.
You know,
and the best bootleggers in the world too.
That too, mother sucker.
Okay, so you seeing the kids work at an early age.
Yeah.
What makes you say, all right, let me go back and let me build the education so these kids have an option not to work? Is that one of the things?
Yeah, that's what happened, man. I went back home for the first time after being in America, and that was back in 2001. I've been in America for about 15 years.
All right.
And I said, you know, I worked, just did a cameo in my first movie next Friday. Shout out to Ice Cube.
Wow. It's your first time going back to Africa?
That was my first time going back home after being in America.
Right.
You know, and I went back home, went back to where I was from, you know, and I'm walking around doing daytime, and I'm like, why these kids out here not in school?
Right.
Because in America, a parent's going to jail if your kid's out in school. It's against the law. I'm like, why these parents out in jail?
What is it called? Truancy. Yeah.
And then I noticed, you know, so I was asking, like, hey, why didn't you don't have schools? They said, well, you know, a lot of time they have government school, which is also known as public school.
Right.
You know, and it's not totally free. Certain things are free, but they can't enforce simple things as uniform or books, stuff like that. You know, but then the government schools fills up really fast. So then only options left is private schools, and you can't afford a private school over there. And that's what have these kids out here with nothing to do. They just have no choice but to learn how to start selling things in the marketplace. And that really, touched my heart. I'm like, God, I got to do something about this.
Right.
And then, and mind you, at the time, I barely had enough money. I just did Next Friday. I ain't make much money.
But this is when you got the vision.
That's when I got the vision. I got a vision 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, let me go back to America and really get my work on. And then I came and I was busting my ass for the next 20 years. Saved up some money. Went fast forward to like 2019. I went back. I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to start. Let me find a land. Let me find the right place. And my mother had a land in a village where, where she was born. She said, hey, let's use this land.
She owned it?
She owned the land. The land had belonged to my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
When she passed, she gave it to my mom.
This is the shit they don't talk about Africans. See,
we own land.
You know what I'm saying?
Africa, we own
land and giving it to the next generation. That's some fly shit, see? Everyone think it's a cattle and shit.
No.
Yeah.
We ain't got no 40 acres and a mule over there.
They think when your parents die, they give you a sheep, and that's it.
Most of the time, leave you a land, know. And
wow, that's
my mother had nothing big, probably 2 acres, maybe something like that, an acre and a half. Right. But the land was big enough to build a school, have a playground, build a house, and even build a church. Because that's how I grew up. My mother was an evangelist.
Wow.
She grew up installing God into me from day one.
Right.
And then, I said, okay, that way you don't have no dispute with land. Because one of the biggest problems in the continent of Africa is land dispute. A lot of time you'll buy land from somebody and that nigga don't sell the land to like 3 other people.
Oh.
So it's a big fight about land. So I'm like, let's go to the land that we know is safe. This land belongs to the family. Let's stick with that. And it was a lot easier. And then, started the process.
Right.
And I know you mentioned the school's being built, but the school is built. The kids are in school already.
But they're in school?
They're in school, man.
Shit, make some noise for that.
That's right.
And that's equivalent to like a private school out there.
It's a private school that's gonna be totally free for the kids.
Right.
It's kind of like kindergarten to 9th grade, because the last president, what he did to help him win, he made 10th, 11th, 12th grade completely free. In Ghana.
Okay, cool.
So 10th, 11th, 12th became free. I said, okay, no, I'm not going to touch the free one. Since it's free, let me just start from kindergarten to 9th. That's where the most expenses are when it comes to school.
All right, so how about you being the owner? How about a kid is in the classroom being a clown?
Right.
Do you suspend him? This is how you made a living. This was
brought
to school.
I became a clown when I got to America, motherfucker. African kids, for some reason, we just admire school. We look up to school. Means the whole world to us, because it's a privilege.
Right.
Because everybody don't get a chance to go to school, obviously.
Right.
So when we go to school, it's all about our education, our books. We listen and we learn.
Right.
African kids take school very seriously.
But this is gonna be the one kid that's trying to be like Michael Blackson. Is going to be the, you know what I mean? He's gonna want to sit up and throw spitballs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Throw the paper planes. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's possible, man. I'm hoping I can open the doors to bring out more comedians.
Right.
Because there's a lot of money into telling jokes. So I'm not gonna stop the kids from being who they are. Right. The majority of the kids coming there to become lawyers and doctors and accountants. That's what most African kids want to be: a doctor and accountant.
But coming from there, how did like you said, most kids want to be doctors, lawyers, accountants, and things like that. How did you develop your comedy? Like, what made you say, I like to make people laugh?
Well, when I came to America, the kids in America clown me so much. And, dog, I had no idea I was dark-skinned until I came to America.
And the African booty scratch?
I didn't know we scratched our booty. Like, I had, back when I was a kid in Africa, things have changed now. America has kind of like, influenced a lot of the children now. But prior to then,
I used to go to school with the African kids that wore the Jamaican belts. They was trying to blend in. You know what I'm talking about?
What was the Jamaican belt?
The Marcus Garvey belt. The colors. They're trying to say rude boy. It's not the same rude boy African guy.
With me, I came to America during the era of light-skinnedness. DeBarge.
I'll Be Sure?
I'll Be Sure.
Oh, Color Me Bad?
Color Me Bad.
Oh,
Name
God.
all the light skin committee.
Oh, shit.
Life didn't get better for me to
You
the
was in the Drake era before the Drake era.
Yes.
Holy
motherfucker.
shit. Okay, I understand.
When I got here, it was like we was not in style.
Let me get you some champagne.
Give me
for that.
some champagne. Let's go,
I felt your
motherfucker.
pain. I've been trying to be dark skinned for 25 years. I'm the only Negro that want to go darker. Everybody want to get lighter or some shit. I want to go darker, man. Yeah. Let's get him some champagne. Make some noise, baby. Man.
But you know, when I came, you know, like I said, I had no idea I was dark skinned. I remember coming to America, I was like 13, 14 years old.
And not the movie part 2. Not Coming to America, the movie.
No,
I like
this
how
is my
you double
real life,
entendre.
motherfucker.
I like
This
how
is my
you double
real
entendre with
motherfucking
that.
life.
That's how smart you are. You heard? You heard? Let's go. That's why you got school. That's why you got. But coming to America, you found out you dark
I came to America, I found out I was dark skinned. This is how I found out. I'm hanging out with some, you know, little kids my age, and they're like, "Oh, you black?" I said, "Of course, we are all black." They said, "No, nigga, you black as shit." I'm like, "How black is that?" They say, "You under the bed, black, nigga."
Yes.
Have you looked under the bed lately?
Yes.
Motherfucker, that's dark as shit.
Yes.
They told me I look like I have no bright ideas.
Yes.
They told me the difference between me and midnight is 11:59.
Oh my goodness.
They said when God said, "Let there be light," I was out of town. They told me I could never tell a white lie. They told me I look like I smoke cigarette backwards. They told me every time I take a shit, I think my dick fell off. They told me Stevie Wonder sees me every day. That's dark as shit. They told me I have to wear white gloves before I eat chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't bite my fucking fingers.
Champagne for him. I'm gonna do a vodka and a club soda with lemon.
Jamie, my man, Ace.
He is not Ace approved.
They told me if Black Lives Matter, mines matter the most. That's black as hell, my nigga.
Tell him to do vodka and club with a lemon. Holy shit.
That's when I realized I was black as hell.
So now, I was reading or listening somewhere. Now, you lived in Newark first.
That was my first.
For
Philly, yes.
So how did that happen?
Well, my mother, you know, she had some friends that lived in Newark, some Christian friends. In fact, they were the ones that invited her over. So she came with me and my two younger sisters, and we lived in Newark. The Weekway section is called.
Oh, wow.
That's and we lived in the lady, when we got to America, she let us stay in their basement. We stayed in the basement for like some time, and then from there we moved on to North Newark and lived in a shelter home.
Wow.
Yeah, I lived in a shelter home for a couple of years.
Wow.
You know, I had to actually, I remember living in a shelter home and had to go to school, and I remember some of the kids that lived in the area where the shelter home was went to the school, so we had to like kind of like come through the back door so they don't catch us coming out the shelter home, because kids are mean, they'll clown you. You know, so I had to like come through the back door and like go through the side just to make sure these kids don't see me coming out of a shelter home. So we lived in Newark, and then my mother had some friends, some other African friends that lived in Philadelphia. They said, "Hey, look, cost of living is a lot cheaper in Philly, so come to Philly." We came to Philly, and cost of living was better. I remember we had our first 3-bedroom row home in Southwest Philly, $300 a month. I had my own room for the first time. Yeah, this is summer of like 1990. I was a little boy. I had my own room. And Philly, believe it or not, Philly was a lot easier than Jersey. Jersey was tough. You couldn't even get a job at McDonald's. I got to Philly right away. I was able to find me a job at Domino's Pizza. I started off just answering the phones, taking orders. Then I started delivering pizzas on a bike. Then I started making tip money. And then by that time, I realized, by the time I got to Philly, I got dogs out here. What's going on?
No, this is the way it happens, man.
Where the fuck am I at, my nigga?
It's the way it happens, yeah.
We at a zoo, motherfucker.
It did sound like dogs. Where's the radio, I think.
When I got to Philly, at that time, I've been in America for 3 years almost, and I kind of realized what it took to fit in. I went through most of my verbal roast abuse in Newark, New Jersey. So by the time I got to Philly, I realized, okay, you know, to fit in, you know, you got to wear decent clothes. If you go to school, you got to wear name brand clothes. Because, you know, my first day of school in Newark, New Jersey, my mother took me shopping in store called Woolworth and McCory's. That's from back in the day.
I know Woolworth and McCory's.
All right.
Yes.
And then she bought my sneakers. She bought my sneakers at Pathmark.
Oh, I remember Pathmark.
Right,
Still
so
got Pathmark in Jersey.
she bought chicken and bought my sneakers right next to each other. I was wearing chicken flavored sneakers for about
say that
2
again?
years.
Wait, time out. You went too fast. Wait. What happened?
My mother bought my sneakers in Pathmark. They sold sneakers in Pathmark back then.
Yes.
Next to the chicken.
All right.
For 2 years, I wore chicken flavored sneakers. Have you ever wore dinner before, my nigga?
Close, but not quite.
I
like
did.
That, no.
So by the time I got to, and kids, and back when I was a kid in Africa, you got girls when you wore new clothes. It didn't matter what the brand was. I'm talking about back in the day.
Right.
But when you come to America, it not only has to be new, it has to be a name brand.
Right.
And I didn't know that. So I went to school with my brand new chicken flavored sneakers, my shirt from Woolworth, and my pants from Woolworth. I'm happy I got new clothes. I'm about to get all the bitches.
Right.
I get there, I'm like, where the bitches at? It's like, what you wearing? I said, nigga, what you mean? It's brand new. They said, no, it's not Adidas, it's not Nike. I said, nigga, it's brand new. Nobody ever wore this before. They lit my ass up. Me and my chicken flavored sneakers. So by the time I got to Philly 3 years later, I already knew what it took to fit in. You gotta look fly. And don't talk much. That's one thing I noticed about America. The less you speak, the more suspicious and curious people are about you. Because those who talk a lot are the ones you read this motherfucker. When you don't speak much, they can't read you.
Right.
So by the time I got to Philly, I said, okay, I got to keep quiet, just dress nice, chill. And back then, if you're dark skinned with an accent, you was automatically a Jamaican drug dealer.
I said that. Yeah, I just said that, yeah.
So when I got to Philly, I'm dressing nice, I'm dark, I'm quiet. They thought I was a Jamaican drug dealer. They had no idea I was delivering pieces of Domino's, selling anchovies, pepperoni, sausage, and ground beef.
Make some noise for anchovies. I love anchovies.
They had no idea I was dealing pizzas. I'm like, you know what? They thought I was a drug dealer. I said, let it think that. As long as they think I'm a drug dealer and I'm Jamaican, nobody gonna fuck with me. Because back then, wasn't that many Africans in America. So if you had an accent, you was Jamaican.
Haitians was acting Jamaican.
Well, Jamaican was first. Jamaicans
weren't doing that.
The Haitians was number one in line with the Jamaican belt.
So kids thought, nobody wasn't really messing with me much, like as far as trying to pick on me. So when I started realizing that, okay, now they're kind of admiring me, now it's my turn to start roasting niggas. What you got on? What this? That's when the comedy started.
That's
It was
comedy.
It's like 12th grade, like my first.
So they used to bag on you. Now you bagging on.
Not bagging on them now.
Okay.
Now they bagged me in Newark. By the time I got to Philly, I was prepared.
Sharp. Yeah, you was sharp.
I was sharp. I was ready. So that's when I started bagging. And then that's when I got out of school and I was still a Domino's pizza, one of my coworkers who delivered with me, he was an acting teacher at the Philadelphia Community College. And he just thought I was funny. He said, Mike, you funny. You should go to open mic night. I'm like, what is that? And he kind of led me in the right direction. And then I started going to open mic. And then here we are, man, 20-some years later.
Where was your first open mic at?
Philly, at this place called Comedy Works. It's right downtown Philly, 2nd and Chestnut. They used to do open mic on Wednesday nights. It's about 1993, 94, 30 years ago. It's when I started going to open mic. And then Philly, so we had an open mic at the Comedy Works. Then they had one at the Funny Bone in Philly, on South Street in Philly. You been on South Street, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So
it's Kibibbles, right?
It's Kibibbles, right there. A couple of blocks down from Kibibbles. So I used to go there for open mic on Monday. So we had open mic.
I'm worldwide, Mike.
I see, man.
I don't know if you know. I'm worldwide, but continue.
You never been to Ghana, though, have you?
No, Ghana.
I'm scared to death.
I gotta go with you. I see what they did to Meek a little bit. That was in Ghana?
Well, that was in Ghana.
That was in Ghana?
Nah, Meek was good, man. It was just, the love just got overwhelmed.
Yes,
it wasn't much they're just more just trying to show love, you know?
Nah, it's real.
But he should still, you gotta go, you gotta have bodyguards when you're around. People are too excited to see him, you know?
I need an apartment. Akon promised me an apartment in Akon City. I don't know if that's being built.
Just about land from Akon, okay? It belonged to 6 other niggas, okay?
And where's Akon in Senegal?
He's from Senegal, yeah.
Okay.
He comes my dog.
So how
man.
far is Senegal from Ghana?
It's all the West Coast. It's no more than like a 45 minutes on our flight. It's on the West Side. West Side Africa. West Side, motherfuckers.
Wait, I was going to say, word. Okay, so where's the West Side Africa? I'm ready to bang.
Well, the West Side
I'm
of
from the
Africa
East
is
Coast
the best
already,
side.
so when I go to Africa, I'm going to be from the West Side.
Yeah, you're going to the West
So
Side,
I got to
man.
do ancestry and me? Or
You
just,
could,
I'm
man.
just,
I mean,
I'm
from
just
looking
join
at
the
you,
game.
man,
On
I'm
West
trying to
Side?
think where you definitely, you got that.
Eyebrows?
You got that Ethiopian a little bit.
I'm half Puerto Rican. That means I'm on Puerto Rican side. So I'm half Puerto Rican, half black. So
You still a nigga, motherfucker.
I know. I know. But if my half side of Africa, where you think I'm from?
I'll give you East Africa.
East Africa.
Yeah, I'll give you like.
I thought I was from the West Coast. You threw me back to the
Nah,
East.
you East, man.
I'm East?
East side, yeah.
Now, what's East?
This nigga is West. East side, West side. This nigga is homeless outside.
Holy shit. Hold on. All right. Oh, man.
So where the fuck was you at, man?
Africa. No, okay.
Domino's. That's what. That's what. That's
When you was delivering for Domino's,
and I started
the
going to open
Jamaican
mic night.
kingpin, Wagwan. Go ahead. Continue.
I started going to open mic in, like I said, late 90s, late 93, early 94. And then that's what happened. Got my first break, like maybe a year later on Comic View. And then fast forward to like 1999 is when I had my first break on the movie Next Friday.
And how'd you get that? You had the audition for Ice Cube?
I did have the audition, but what happened was it was almost right place, right time. I used to, after I left Domino's, later in like 96, I had a job.
Start applying for jobs at Domino's.
I know, man. I don't
like
make
Domino's is
popular,
not bad, man. I still eat the pizza to this day. Go ahead.
You fuck with Domino's pizza?
Here and there. I ain't gonna complain, bro. I ain't gonna
So
complain.
I used to hate, you know what the part about hating delivering Domino's? Because back then they had the rules, 30 minutes or your pizza's free.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go deliver the pizzas. I'll be there like 25 minutes. These niggas open the door to 31 minutes. I'm like, nigga, I've been here. Give me my money, motherfucker. You know, niggas love to get over. Yeah. Niggas like, we out there, don't open the door for another 6 minutes. Let me the fuck in, my nigga.
You know what's crazy? That's why I think what's this shit, Amazon and all that, they take pictures now.
Yeah,
Like,
when they did.
Right.
But I see one dude take a picture and then take this shit back. Like, motherfucker, you don't see the ring right there? We got you on ring. He left it, took a picture, and then grabbed it and took it back. It's a fucked up word. But okay, Domino's.
Yeah. So and that's where it all started. And then I remember comedy started to get pretty decent, and then I decided to I went to New York one time to do something. At that time, I'm a manager of Domino's. I'm like 20 years old.
Oh, you made it?
Oh, I made it. From all the way answering phones to like Calvin from McDonald's. Right? The Calvin name? Nigga started off making burgers, and I became manager. But then comedy started happening, and I started to take comedy a little bit more serious in my job. And I remember one time I went to New York to do the Uptown Comedy thing. It was
Uptown Comedy Club.
Yeah, it was on UPN or something, whatever. Whatever it was. It was, I went to go do appearance on that, and then my assistant manager didn't show up to work. So now, and then that happened to be the same day that the owners of the Domino decided to show up. So nobody, and at that moment, that particular one was a franchise. It wasn't corporate. So when this franchise belonged to like a certain amount of people, they could just make any decisions they want.
Wow.
Because I was in there to run the store, I was a manager, I got the fuck fired. After being there since like 11th grade, 11, 12, I was there for like 5 years. I got fired.
I thought you were about to say 13.
Nah, fired, motherfucker.
13th grade, my nigga.
I get fired, and now everything goes wrong. You know, I'm like, now I have to take comedy serious. At that moment, I was probably making $100 a show when I got fired.
Wow. $100 a show in comedy.
In comedy.
Wow.
And then I went and did Comic View. I remember doing Comic View in like 94. That's when I actually came to LA for the first time.
That's when it was in DC, Comic View? Or
Nah, it was in LA.
It was in LA.
It was a competition back then.
Okay.
So DL Hughley used to host it.
Ooh.
And it was a competition with 3 comedians, and you win, you make it to the next level. And then back then, mind you, they paid you $150 to do it. You have to fly yourself down.
Out there. Put yourself in the hotel.
In the hotel. I went up there for like negative $600. But your whole goal was to be on television. Once you get on TV, then you're worth a little bit more money. And I remember it's around that time where Snoop was going through his murder trial. It was 1994. Because I remember one time being in an elevator, and that's the first time I saw sleep on the elevator. You know, and I remember all of that. All that came back to me because we cool now. And I'm like, damn, I remember when I met you the first time, you was really mean. Now he just happy motherfucker.
Yeah.
The Snoop was like,
if you have
when
a
you
murder on
the
your
younger
case, you be mean too.
Snoop was a mean looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know.
And on Death Row Records, and you on Death Row. You might be a different nigga too.
So I went and did Comedy View, lost the first round.
Wow.
So all I'm gonna get is $150. Because if you win, the more you go, the more money you make. So, you know, I'm eliminated the first round. I come back home, had to wait like fucking 3 fucking weeks for my $150 paycheck.
Wow.
You know, and then, but when I got on TV, I went from $100 to now $500 a show. So things is kind of picking up. And then fast forward to 1999, I went up there with somehow how I got the part in Next Friday. So when I left, in 96, I got a job with the airlines. Now, you know, most comedians had an airline job because you get to fly for free, even though you're not supposed to technically use the job for personal gains.
I'm trying to figure out what airlines you work for. I want to say Southwest.
Fuck no, motherfucker. They didn't have Spirit back then either, so don't even mention Spirit.
All right.
It was a decent airline.
Continental.
No, but you close because the name don't exist anymore, but they did merge with somebody else. No, they did merge with somebody else. Just like Continental became United.
Yeah.
This airline is now with another airline. Who you think it is? Nope.
TWA.
Nope. Come on, boyhead nigga.
I said Pan Am, but you said
Pan Am,
no.
nigga. Pan Am is 85, motherfucker. U.S. Airways, that's it. They're now with American.
Okay, oh wow.
So I worked at U.S. Airways back then, and I was using the shit out them niggas.
Right.
I mean, I just using them for the flight benefit.
Right.
And then they lit on court on and fire my ass too. You're not supposed to do that. You cannot use personal gains for any free flights. So what I did back then, we all took airline jobs. A lot of comedians had it. You know, and what happens is, let's say I want to come to Miami and do a show. I'm not that popular. They're not going to fly me down. I'm like, you know what, just give me the $300, whatever. I'll fly myself down. Wow. And that's what I did a lot of the time. Wow. So during my days off, I would fly to L.A. once a month. Right. And I remember I flew to L.A. this one particular time. In 99, I went to do this place called the Comedy Store. So back then, the two main comedy clubs were the Improv and Comedy Store. So, and they had two nigga nights. Fat Tuesday. Fat Tuesday was the main nigga night at the Comedy Store. And then More Better Mondays was the main nigga night at the Improv. So it was Monday and Tuesday.
For those that don't know, nigga night means black night.
Yeah, black night.
Okay.
That's when all the popular black comedians would show up and do stuff. You know?
To America, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Because they might say, they might go somewhere looking for nigga night. Maybe they shouldn't do that.
So this particular night was the same night Ice Cube came to check out Mike Epps.
Wow.
For the first time. And I happened to perform that night. So, I did my thing, and then I heard from the lady that booked the show, like, hey, they want you to audition for this movie. To audition for something. They didn't say the movie. They just said this project called Next Friday. I had no idea what had to do with the Friday movie, and then they sent me the script, and I'm reading, and I said, okay. And then we set up a date for me to come back and audition for it. Mm-hmm. When I came back to Philly, everything that could go wrong almost went wrong for me making my audition. Let me tell you the first thing that went wrong. So while I'm in Philly, we're going to New York to do a show. It was me, Kevin Hart. Kevin just started. Kevin been doing comedy about 3 years this time.
Right.
Me, Kevin Hart, another comedian, local guy named Buck Wild from Philly, and then a guy named Touré. Okay. So we all decided to go do a show in New York. Now, Buck Wild, Philly Buck Wild was this nigga, whatever he do, don't take no money from this nigga. All his money is counterfeit. Every jury this nigga wear. This nigga sold me a fake Rolex watch and had me on a payment plan. I didn't realize this shit till my arms started to turn green. I'm like, nigga, your payments are over, motherfucker, okay? So this time we about to go to New York and we all got our cars. Nobody want to put miles on their cars. Buck suggested his car. And don't get it wrong, his car was more like newer one. We feel like, we need a car. We're going to make it to New York and back with no problem, right? So, we said, all right, we want to take Buck's car. We all met in this one location. We all decided getting Buck's car. This nigga volunteered the African nigga to drive his car.
What?
We're on the turnpike around like the Newark area, almost in New York. I look back, there's a state trooper behind us. Wow. I'm like, why this nigga following us? So, you know, I'm African. First time ever seen cop around me, I'm nervous.
You're not smoking weed?
No, cool. Not smoking weed. I'm nervous. I'm like hitting the brakes a little bit. I'm all confused. You know, I'm like, and Teray and Kev like, Mike, what the fuck you doing? Just drive normal. I said, nigga, it's the police behind us. I don't know what to do, you know? Boom, boom, they pull us over, you know? So what happened, the reason why they pull us over, because back in Philly, you know, during this era, whenever you get a lot of tickets on your car, you just report the plate stolen. You get a new plate. Right? But what Buck had on his car was a plate that somebody had reported stolen, and then he just put it on there just to have a registration plate. So now when the cop read the plate, it says stolen property. So they don't know whether it's a car stolen. They just know this motherfucking shit is stolen. And I'm the nigga driving. Pull us over, me, Kevin Hart, Teray Gordon, and Buck Wild. State trooper, guns out. Get out the car, put your hands up, walk backwards. I don't know what the fuck to do. This like, Mike, you gonna get shot, nigga. Get out the car.
I'm assuming these are white state troopers.
Yes, white niggas. I had no idea who it was. Pull us over. Get out the car, lay flat. You know, I'm on the ground like, Buck, what's going on? All of a sudden, Buck's like, my name is Aziz White. I'm the nigga, when you become Aziz White?
Right.
Cops like, whose car is it? I says, Buck the fuck Wild. This nigga got caught. He said, Mike, I'm Aziz. Nigga, fuck Aziz White. How you Muslim with a last name White, nigga? Is this nigga caught? Buck, he said, Mike, all of a sudden this nigga has counterfeit money in his pocket. He threw this shit out. Right? The state trooper's like, hey, you threw your money and give it back to the niggas. Goddamn, mother. Make a long story short, we end up in a cell that night. I went in a cell.
Kevin Hart,
me, Kevin Hart, Teray, and Buck.
This is a great
So here, this nigga got all this, he's afraid he about to get searched. This nigga is chewing the money, trying to get rid of the fake money. Mouth blue and green. Trying to offer us money to chew. Nigga, I'm not hungry, motherfucker. I'm not chewing none of your fake money. You know, later on, I guess they figure out it was a stolen plate, whatever. About 6 a.m., we missed the show, of course. We get to go. They drop us up at the train station. We all had to find our way home, you know. So the day I had to go for my audition was the day I had to go to court.
Wow.
For next Friday.
Oh, man.
So, me and Kevin was the only one that decided we gonna go to court. The rest of the niggas they wasn't trying to go.
Town.
They skipped town. They end up had warrants later. They had to deal with that shit later on. But me and Kevin got up that morning. I said, okay, I got to catch this flight at 1:50 p.m. out of Philly. We got a court at 9 o'clock in Newark, New Jersey. Got up, left Philly like 6 a.m., make it to court. Kevin drove really fast, got me in time to catch my flight, landed in L.A. about 4 p.m. and made a 5 p.m. audition.
Wow.
All that shit went down.
And nailed it.
And nailed it.
And got that.
Did my thing.
Now, have you ever felt, I believe I asked this to Tommy, typecast? Because, like, you know what I mean? I think that's like, you know, always having the African role. Like, for instance, no one's never going to ask me to play a doctor or a lawyer. I was not going to get that role. That meant me.
100%. I've been... I wasn't talking about you, my nigga.
Yeah, that was dope.
No. But I've heard that, you know, say, hey, Mike, you know, if you want to make it, you know, as an actor, whatever, you know, you have to, like, change up. You can't always be African. But my thing is, stand-up comedy is my thing.
Right.
I never, you know, acting, all that is just an extra plus. Comedy is my thing. I'm not about to fool my audience and change who I am.
Right.
Because I've been doing comedy 30 years and I make a hell of a living from it.
Wow.
If I would have changed, I don't know what the fuck would have happened. Comedy is my first priority. And I'm not changing for nothing.
Let's give him his flowers, man. Yeah. You know what? Our show is called Giving Legends They Flowers. We want to give you your flowers to your face. You know what I'm saying? To your face, my brother. All right. Yeah. Wow. Yes. Snoop said it's like a Grammy. But let me say something before we move on. Because we're going to be dropping this next week, so we don't know who won the Super Bowl. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Philadelphia fans might be the most annoying fans in the world. Oh, if you following a Philly nigga when y'all won, Meek, you, Kevin, Gilly, wow, I can't stand you nigga. You can't give a Philly nigga nothing. They rub it all in your face. Nobody know? Nobody, I'm the only one that know? No one follows these niggas on Instagram? Oh, they take it too far.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I'm like,
Fly, you go
Meek
fly.
done dropped the diss record. Yo, I'm like, what is going on? I ain't gonna lie, I had to call.
But come on, Cowboys fans, if they want some shit, they would be the same way too.
Yes. Nah.
You know, I mean,
Philly,
all of this.
I've been coming to Phillies for years, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Philly, y'all deserve it, man. My cuts off to y'all. My cuts off. So I could tell why they chilling and celebrate. But man, Kevin Hart, Gilly Wallow, oh my God, Meek, oh my God. I just kept looking. I was like, it just kept going on. That's when I admitted I got a little bit of hater in me, just a little bit, because I was like, nah, I had to put my phone down. But congratulations to Fair. You got the green on too.
That's right.
You got the green on too. Yeah, let's give him some more champagne. And then let's give him some more champagne. And then we're ready for quick time of slime, right? Okay, cool. And I'm gonna do
Don't forget me.
What did you say?
I told her don't forget me on the 8th.
Sonny, you know you're not ace.
Oh man, I don't know if you know. This is my This is my friend, and you know he's been trying to get on the ace list for years, and Jay-Z does not approve of him.
Why? What's wrong?
Listen, man,
He's just not ace material.
I thought I was good.
He just got to stick with the Duce. You understand?
And who's Duce?
That's Duce. That's us also. Jay said that's as far as he could go.
Okay. Mid street dark skin nigga. That's okay.
Hey, I bought this for you, by the way.
And what is that?
That is Babaku.
Oh, from Haiti, Sapase.
Yes.
I knew you'd be excited about that.
Okay.
I knew you'd be excited.
You know what? Haitians are everywhere but Haiti, motherfucker. I went to Haiti. Where the Haitians at?
You said you went to Haiti. So where the Haitians at?
They said we're not here, motherfucker. Appreciate that, man. Is this like a rum? Is this rum? What is it?
Oh yeah, it's a rum, but it's like cognac.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's something like good.
We gotta try.
We got the shots lined up. All right, so this is a quick game. It's called Quick Time with Slime. Okay, all right, cool. Someone else pull it up, not on my phone. Quick Time with Slime. So we're gonna give you two choices, one or the other. If you pick both or you say neither, then we drink. But we drink with you. Okay. You don't leave you alone. If you are politically correct and you like, or if it's simple, one or the other. And but we drinking shots though, not this.
I got you.
No, shots of what you want? You want Babaku?
I do that.
You gonna do that, or you want? I'm doing Ciroc. Yeah. I'm doing Ciroc. You got the little cups, yeah. I want to know how much I took.
Well, this is mine.
That is yours.
The whole bottle.
And we gonna drink, but I want to have one shot. With
you want to have one shot? This.
Okay, but the little cups though, right?
But does that mess it up? Because you're gonna take it to home?
No, because if I open it and I came in,
he can't take it with him.
Yeah, so I'll take.
He's taking that.
I'll do whatever you're doing.
Yeah, so Ciroc. Okay.
Yeah, give me the sweetest one.
All right. No, I'm doing the regular, not the sweet. But we got orange. And we got watermelon.
Watermelon.
All right, cool.
You know, watermelon, that's like nigga apples. You know that, right? Watermelon is nigga apples.
Yes, he want watermelon. I'm regular.
Wow.
Okay, so we ready? You got it in your phone? Or
I got it. We got it.
Go first, Sonny.
Okay. Red Fox or Richard Pryor?
Richard Pryor.
Ooh. You want to describe why? Or
what? You know what? By the time I came to America, I definitely missed the Red Fox era.
Right.
I even missed the Richard Pryor era. But, you know, Eddie Murphy was the first one I started to see. Okay. And then I heard that Richard Pryor was the greatest. So I started watching Richard Pryor's stuff and fell in love with his act. Yeah. So I'm going with Richard Pryor.
Red Fox was the one that said, Puerto Ricans. He called us Puerto Ricans. He called us Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the Stand for the Sun. We watched that back home in Africa when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. We watched Stand for the Sun, watched Different Strokes. We watched The
Good
Jeffersons,
Times?
Good Times. Oh,
I just seen Eddie Murphy said that the Good Times duplicate picture
I saw that.
sold for $16 million.
And he has a real one.
He said, I got the original one. That's rich.
Oh, yeah.
Look, that's how important black culture is. Just listen to what we just said. The duplicate of Good Times. Picture. The duplicate. Keyword. Duplicate.
16 million.
The copy sold for 16 million. And Eddie has the original one.
I have the bootleg of the duplicate. I'm selling it for 8 million.
Right, you ready? Tupac or DMX?
I mean, Tupac.
Tupac? Okay. You got to meet Tupac?
Never got to meet Tupac. Damn, I'm trying to think. If I met Tupac, no. I never met Tupac. I didn't meet DMX. We actually came to my show. We hung out backstage. We did talk. But it was more like the later version of DMX. I didn't meet DMX in his prime.
Okay.
I met him later on in his career.
Okay. Eddie Murphy or Martin Lawrence?
Eddie.
You know they daughters and kids are dating.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I think they that serious that they already debating on who gonna pay for the marriage.
Oh, wow. Is this new?
Yeah, I mean, it's like fairly new. I mean, the marriage part. Yeah.
Wow, this is a funny-ass baby, but go ahead.
It's gonna be a funny baby, right? Funny wedding, too.
That's crazy.
Because they already, the grandfathers, apparently, they're already, like, debating, like, Martin is like, I'm gonna get Eddie to pay for it. And then Eddie is like,
who got the most money? Well, Eddie got to have the most money,
Eddie.
Of course. I mean, he got a painting worth $30 million right there.
Eddie still got the old hundreds.
The original ones.
The original $100 bill. And he still got those somewhere in the crib. Okay. Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle?
God, that's tough.
Take the shot. Take it for the world of comedy.
Okay.
For the world of comedy. Salud. That's smooth. Smooth like a motherfucker.
That's pretty good.
Smooth like a motherfucker. Okay. Jonah Hill or Jack Black?
I mean, Jack Black got some classics that I like. And I actually want to redo this movie my own way.
Tenacious D? Don't say that.
No. Was it one where he thought the girl was slim and then she was really big?
Fuck. Shallow House.
Shallow House is one of my favorite movies.
That's fire. You want to do it in the African version?
African men, we like big women anyway.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to do that, but Jack Black got a lot more classics than Jonah Hill. I mean, I did like Jonah Hill and Eddie in this new movie.
You People,
but I gotta go with Jack Black.
Going with Jack Black, okay. You ever seen School of Rock with Jack Black?
I haven't, not the whole
Libre?
thing. Not like, I know Shallow House from beginning to the end.
Right. Okay. Puff Daddy or Dr. Dre?
Puff Daddy or Dr. Dre? I grew up in the East Coast.
Been to more Puff Daddy parties.
Yeah,
Never really met Dre.
Puff, I guess, more party music.
All right, let's take a shot for that, man. Come on, let's just go. Let's go. Salud. We drinking some rock. Black man's goddamn vodka. Goddamn it. Bernie Mac or Robin Harris?
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac had one of the my favorite lines ever in a movie called Soul Man. I don't know if you remember that. There was and he gets him out of the hood and he moves him to a retirement home. And Mike Epps is his son, and Mike Epps comes to him and says, "Look, man, you don't want to say bye to the kids?" And he goes, "Fuck the kids." For some reason, there was 3 lines. I had just became a teenage father, and I just really understood those lines.
Well, I like kind of Bernie Mac kind of remind me of what I'm becoming, because Bernie Mac was a guy that refused to change for anybody. He made them later accept him for who he is. Right. And I think that's what my career is going right now. They're like, fuck it, we're going to accept Michael Blackson for who he is, and we're going to give him his flowers, we're going to give him his everything that he's due. I think everything I'm due right now are finally coming because they notice I'm not going to change for nobody. Right. And that's what Bernie was. Bernie did not change for nobody. Right. And eventually they found a show that surround him, that made him become himself.
Yes.
So, yeah. Don't change for nobody. Be yourself, motherfuckers.
Right, make some noise for that. Beanie Siegel or Cassidy? Take a shot for Philly.
Oh my God, shot for Philly. They're both my niggas too.
Yeah, salute. Last time you was here was with Cassidy, right? You
know, I fuck with both of them, but you know, Beanie was more like the he's more of the pioneer, I think. You know, he's one of the Philly original rappers.
Did you say Ponder?
I didn't know Pioneer.
Oh, Pioneer.
Yes. I went to Philadelphia public school, motherfucker. Okay, give me a break.
I thought the Kingpin Jamaican came out. Ponder.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you do the next one.
Okay. Meek Mill or Little Uzi Vert?
I gotta go with Meek, man. I gotta go with Meek.
Okay.
You know, I like the grunt. I like how Meek came from nothing, from beginning.
He used to things.
He became from nothing, became something, had that terrible battle with Drake, and bounced back and went back on top of the world. That impresses me.
Terrible battle with Drake, had a terrible battle with the judge.
Law.
Yes.
That was the terriblest.
Yes.
That's
so
the word.
Anybody that could go down, come back up, that shit impresses me.
All the way back up, too.
You know, Vert hasn't went through nothing yet.
And has become a leader in trying to change the law with those.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Meek.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Pharrell or Kanye West? Excuse me, Pharrell or Ye?
Why? What's wrong with Kanye West?
Because he's now.
He went back to Ye?
Like Muhammad Ali. I call him Muhammad Ali. I ain't calling him Cassius Clay.
Kanye.
Kanye?
I gotta go with Kanye.
I'm gonna take a shot for me thinking you was gonna play it safe. You don't gotta take this shot. I think he's
What's safe?
I don't know.
Oh, going
we'll
with
get to that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you ain't gotta take this shot.
okay.
You ain't gotta take this shot. I'm gonna take this shot for me doubting you. I'm sorry.
I'm not safe, motherfucker.
I deserve that. Okay. Coming to America, 1, obviously, or Harlem Nights?
Oh, Come to America, 1. Greatest movie of all time.
That's what I said the other day.
Still relevant forever.
Yes, that's what I said the other day. I swear to God, you know where they filmed it at, the part 1. I rode my bike up there because I'm from down the block. If you actually see where they throw the shit and he say,
what shit? What do you mean? What scene?
When they throw the garbage out and then he go,
yeah, when they threw the
welcome my neighbors. And he say, shut up.
Oh yeah, fuck you too.
That's not my building, but that's my building is where I'm from, right?
For
there.
real?
Yeah, for real. Coming to me. That's what I always felt like.
Oh yeah, definitely greatest movie.
Okay, I skipped one. Go to the one before that. All right, do those 2 I skipped.
Snoop Dogg or 50 Cent?
Damn, that's tough.
Take a shot.
They're both, they're both my niggas.
You be at Tycon weekend with both of them.
Tell me, if I want to see like those battles they was doing during the pandemic, man, I would have loved to see Snoop and 50. So many hits. It never happened, man.
Hold on, let's take the shot.
50 never did one. I know Snoop did one with somebody.
Nah, but I'm gonna be honest. Niggas don't want no smoke with 50 on that versus stage, bro.
The versus.
On that versus stage, man. Salud. T.I. came close. Like when I went through his discography, he came close, but he came nowhere near. I swear, kid you not. Like 50 has a decade full of real.
That one album, that first one.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Every song.
He don't even have to go to another album.
No.
He might come out of you.
Like
Get rich or die trying. The other one we skipped.
I got the other one.
But Snoop to me is probably the biggest rapper of all time.
Yeah, Snoop, and the most famous to me.
Most famous, 100%.
There's nobody on earth that don't know who Snoop Dogg is. And if you don't know who Snoop Dogg is, you've been fucked up.
Yes.
Here's an easy one for you. Rocky 4 or Creed 2?
I'm going old school, man. Rocky 4. That's the one with the Russian guy, right?
Yeah. Is that the one with the Russian?
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, you can't.
Gotta go with that.
What's his name again, that Russian guy? Drago.
He's still around and kicking, too.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Kevin Hart or Chris Tucker? Take a shot for dark-skinned comedians. You cannot break your dark-skinned comedian mold. Come on. Eve or Missy Elliott?
You know, I rep Philly. I mean, Missy was more mainstream and probably more popular. But you know, my girl Eve was smooth. She had swag. She did acting. She had her own TV show. and she was a sexy lady at the same time. I gotta go with Eve.
Yes, and she married a billionaire.
Yes, she did.
Throw that in there.
Make some noise for you, Eve, wherever you at. Respect you.
Drink champ.
Yes, come to Drink Chance. Okay. Now, this one is a hard one for me. I'm not sure. Juice or New Jack City?
Oh, God damn, you ain't shit.
Two dark-skinned villains. Two dark-skinned
Damn,
villains.
I love both of them movies. I mean, New Jack City is a classic of all time, but Juice is just Tupac, man. Tupac was himself in that movie.
Yes.
I mean, this nigga acting,
Let's
he's
just take
real.
a shot.
Nigga,
Let's not
take a
even
shot.
fight it. Let's not even
No
fight
nigga
it.
fight it. This nigga trying to get me all fucked up.
Yes. Oh, y'all just now taking your shots? Y'all should have been taking your shots.
Got 3. 5.
This is Dr. Sabi's grandson calling me. You know I must be in trouble. Hold on.
Dr. Sebi,
Yeah.
his grandson?
Yeah.
Is he
Isaiah?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay, yeah, he's a good guy. Okay, George Carlin or
Did he find a
Robin?
cure for Ebola yet or not?
Good one.
I wasn't ready.
I'll be rich telling the nigga find me the cure. I'll go save my whole village, motherfucker.
Got it.
George Carlin or Robin Williams?
I mean, George is great, you know, but I don't know much about him as much as I know about Robin, so I gotta go with what I know.
Yeah, Miss Doubtfire.
What are you talking about? That's not George Carlin. That's Robin.
That's
Robin
Robin-
Williams.
Yeah, come on,
Oh, I think he said Robin. I bet he meant Robin Harris. Oh, I gotta go with Robin Williams all the way.
Yeah, Miss Doubtfire.
Oh yeah, of course,
Yeah. That's single-handedly one of the
Yeah,
greatest
definitely.
roles ever handed down.
all time.
He's probably the only
And then-
voice.
But that's also, you know, you think about it now, they say like comedians who wear dresses, where this, you know, he had a whole outfit on. But we didn't think about that back then.
I didn't think about it.
Nah, we didn't think. Because the thing about it, you know, back in like, if you look at Jamaican comedy back in the day, or even African, for a guy to be funny, he put a dress on just because it looked funny on him. We never thought about, you know, all this extra stuff that America
the
later on
wardrobe
came
was a
up
big
with.
part of that
You know.
comedy.
Right.
But Robin Williams, definitely the GOAT. One of the GOATs of all time.
We skipped the one you said?
Yep.
Oh, no, that's after that.
The Black Thought.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Black Thought or Mos Def? Conscious shit.
I know. I like Mos Def. I gotta go Mos Def.
You know Black Thought from Philly.
Yeah, I know, but
Just throwing that out there, y'all.
you ain't shit, motherfucker.
Yo, Eagles shit. Okay, you go on Black Thought? Okay. No problem.
Keep it going.
Okay, this is a good one. Cat Williams or D.L. Hughley?
I gotta go with Lovable, man. I gotta go with Cat Williams.
Yeah?
Cat, yeah. I got, last time I was here, I mentioned Cat. Me and Cat started.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, motherfucker.
What did
but
you-
the thing about we didn't even look. You didn't even look at it as a big deal because you didn't even thought about what I said.
Right.
It was more like me bigging him up. Me giving him his flowers.
What exactly happened so we could do a flashback?
What happened?
What
Let me
exactly
see.
happened?
All right, so we're talking about. I think we're comparing comedians, and I think I mentioned I think to be a great comedian, you have to be lovable. And I said Cat has to be one of the most lovable comedians, regardless how much crack y'all think he smoked or whatever. All of a sudden, when that came out, this is how I call Cat a crackhead.
Right.
So that's right, and that you only got the crackhead part. Fuck the good thing I said.
Right.
So
Did y'all
I
see
didn't
each
mean it
other?
that way, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
saw each other.
Okay. What happened? So what happens when comedians see each
But
other?
when we.
It's not like rappers,
On
right?
site?
You're not gripping up
It's
this shit,
on
right?
site.
No, but the thing about it, comedians, we more like I can fight in person, but I'll beat the shit out of you online.
Right. Wait, what?
I mean, I'll get back on the computer and whoop your ass, nigga. I see you in person, I'm run. Behind that computer, nigga, I'm the shit. So, and comedians, that's how we are. We roast online. So when we see each other in person, we really don't want to see each other in person.
Right.
Because we'd rather just go back online.
Right.
But the thing about it, we saw each other in the middle of a TV show.
Okay.
On Wildin' Out.
Oh.
On Wildin' Out, where we on opposite teams.
Oh.
And me, I didn't look at it as nothing, but I knew at that moment prior to me seeing him, I knew that he had an issue, he had a problem already. And then, so on the show, when we roasted each other, All his roles was personal. It was like on my career. You know, I ain't shit. I ain't never do this. I'm keeping my shit jokes and funny because I don't want the people to know what happened. I want them to know we beefing. You know, my joke was all about him being like short, you know, and perm hair. And his all like, you never did nothing. You never did a special. You never did this. You never did, you know, all his was all degrading my career. You know, so I just, you know, I let him live with that because, you know, he felt bad I called him a crackhead.
But you never talked it out?
No, we did, you know, because I think somebody had died because we lost so many celebrities in the last few years.
Comedians.
I forgot who died. I can't remember. And then I was like, you know what? I made a tweet about, you know, when everybody dying so quick, I would hate to like, you know, something happened to one of us and we beefing over something that's so simple. Right. And then when I posted it, he reposted it. Wow. So that I knew that we squashed our little comedy beef.
Comedians, y'all like rappers, man.
But then I heard he did a diss track on me, but it didn't come out yet. That's what I heard. I'm like, nigga, it's over and it's not.
Good.
Stay tuned.
You know, but I'm gonna just get the kids from my school to whoop his ass if he start anything.
Okay. All right. Steve Harvey or Cedric the Entertainer?
You know what? I think, of course, Steve is probably, you know, he started out, you know, Apollo Theater, a lot of legendary stuff. Even till now, he's like, you know, and Cedric also, those guys found a way to keep themselves relevant all these years. It's tough, man. Give me a shot, motherfucker.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You got it?
Yeah.
Salute. It should be.
Oh, yes, it.
Yes.
God damn.
Salute.
I'm gonna turn light skin in a minute, motherfucker, and shit.
Fill up his champagne, too, just in case.
I got it. I'm good.
Yeah. Come on. That's how you do it. You trace it, you know what I'm saying? I'm tracing this with this.
What is that?
Ciroc and salsa water, and then straight shot.
Shit.
Yeah, I gotta go home to my wife after this. I gotta stay a little sober. Okay. All right, I got a new one? Okay, cool. See, this is how many shots I took. So I can take control. Wait, what's going on here?
I can't get no.
No. Oh, no! He's not approved for Ace of Spades.
What?
He cannot bring the Andre. That is $4 a glass.
Listen, man.
That might be still apple cider.
Jamie.
They didn't even convert to champagne.
Yeah.
Give him that.
You can do
give
that.
Him that.
Thanks
He is
a
not
lot.
approved.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you,
All right, you ready?
What's up?
Jim Carrey or Will Ferrell?
Jim Carrey. God damn. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Right. Oh, man. So many classic with, you know, I mean, Will Ferrell, don't get it wrong. I mean, you know, the Wedding Crasher was probably one of my favorite movies, but Jim Carrey, so much classic. And he came from a black background with like the whole living color. You know, you can't go wrong with Jim Carrey, man.
Right. Okay. Lenny Bruce or Mike Epps?
Lenny Bruce. I gotta go with Mike Epps. Mike Epps, he's my dog. You know, we started around the same time, wasn't it? Our first movie was together. We toured together. Mike Epps, my brother, man. I gotta go with my brother.
God damn it.
Like that.
Is that why you like kind of like sided with Mike Epps when he was beefing with Kevin Hart?
Did I side? Oh, you know what? I mean, I'm trying to think exactly how. I did. I was more, but you know what? I think I was asked.
That's how you know you be drunk.
We all saw it.
He looking like word.
But you know what? You gotta like. I think me and Mike S had worked more together. You know, he's put money in my pocket. His tours did. So you know, I guess you gotta go with whoever's like, you know what I mean? Who you working with more? Period. You know, Kev went on that whole other level. Me and Kev never worked together since we did as comedians. You know, when we was comedian, when I was headlining, I would have him come and open up for me at times. Right. You know, I put money in his pocket and he started. But you know, but since he went to that next level, you know, we really haven't got a chance to work together. I've worked with Mike Epps from a couple of more movies and touring together. So I gotta go, you know.
I respect that.
You gotta go who you breaking bread with.
Okay, so Friday or next Friday?
I mean, you know, just like saying coming to America, I want to come to America too, motherfucker. You know,
yes.
You can't top one on anything.
Right.
You know,
coming to America too is fucking gangster. Come on, goddamn.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
We had Linnell here. She thought I was playing around. Because you got people like Charlamagne the God, who is my brother, and he was going on and saying how he didn't like it, and the thing is, I didn't think part one meant that much to him.
Okay.
Maybe, coming from Moncks, South Carolina, he couldn't relate to the
Right.
East Coast garbage and banana pills and people really going to, fucking McDonald's, and McDonald's was kind of like a hangout back then. Like McDonald's was like being fly. If you had like a quarter pounder, you had a Big Mac, like that was like
You were the man.
that was like your
Like,
gear.
I mean, part one is a classic of all time.
But part two-
but two was very funny.
Yes.
And
love-
the difference is we didn't allow two to go in theaters where you just totally sitting in the theater and paying complete attention to it.
Because
part
COVID.
two came out on COVID, and it came out while you home watching it.
Yeah.
You go take a piss, you come back, you miss something. You
pause it.
take a shit, you fuck your lady, you bust a nut, you go to sleep. It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
We have fucked up. I was very upset about this shit being sold on Amazon Prime. We didn't have a red carpet moment where we all got the chance to shine, and then everybody sit in the theater and pay complete attention to this movie.
Right.
So if you can't pay attention to a movie, you're gonna have little think back. It was a great movie.
Great
not
movie
bad,
to me.
not better than one.
Right. Not
It was-
supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be. Just like next Friday wasn't supposed to be better than Friday.
Right.
So
Right. Like Bad Boys 4 is just gonna be Bad Boys 4.
yeah, it's gonna be Bad Boys 4. But you know what make it great? If somebody slapped the shit out of Will Smith in 4. That would make it really good.
If Chris Rock,
Yeah, Chris Rock come on in and slap the shit out of him.
That would-
I'm
That's how
telling you.
If that's how the movie start, Chris
Start
Rock
with
just
that.
walks up and just smacks the shit out of
That
him.
would be-
Got nothing to do with the movie, and he walks off. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! We predicted it here. You heard it first.
Yes.
You heard
that's
it first. Okay,
Might happen.
last question. Loyalty or respect? Not the last question for the interview. Last question for this game. Okay.
Loyalty or respect. I mean, loyalty is so important. You gotta be loyal.
Okay.
I go with loyalty.
Okay. Cool.
What you go with?
I go with both all the time. This is the time I do drink.
You ain't.
Yes.
We good.
Because I believe loyalty and respect goes together.
Okay.
Salud. Oh shit. Come on, hey, you ain't drink.
Nigga, that was I answered it, motherfucker.
No, I'm saying we finished the game.
Woo, this nigga.
We finished the game. That's the reason why we take the shot for that. So now, one of the craziest things. Whoa, okay. One of the craziest things is.
I'm gonna get robbed later on tonight.
No.
You know what? That's how niggas set you up to get you drunk. Then they send a bitch to your room to take all your shit.
What is my man named, the basketball player?
Giannis.
Giannis. One of the biggest basketball players. They call him the Greek Freak. But we know he's from Ghana, maybe.
No, like Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay.
His family from Nigeria. I think he might have been. I'm not sure he was born in Greece or not. But
Okay. So we got. Can we show him his clip? Do we got his clip? Is his clip ready? Show him his clip, his own clip.
His clip was first.
Is this when you made up that dance, or you been had this dance?
Oh no, I made it dance before Giannis was. I made it before Giannis was playing in the league.
Yeah.
I made this dance up and
it looked like the man though.
I introduced this dance to America in 2011, 2012.
Do it again. And you in Ghana? Or
This is in Ghana. This is at my house in Ghana.
Okay.
That's in my home.
Right.
This is when I just actually was in my last trip there. I just landed. And whenever I come home, they always have like the cultural ladies come out and greet me the right way.
Okay. Now we're gonna show you the other clip.
Do you know how to say his last name?
Where was you at when you seen it? Is that it?
Well, this was sent to me. Yeah, that was sent to me because and the thing about it, I've had Landry who was playing for Cleveland at that time, did the dance also. Landry did the
What about
dance
the
and then
Fortnite one? You didn't send him the Fortnite one, Sonny?
That's literally it.
well,
No.
he know that. He know
No, the
this.
Fortnite one got the dude looking like.
Oh yeah, the Fortnite.
Yeah,
well, no,
pull
the
up the
Fortnite is
Fortnite
him. Is
Right.
Giannis doing the
Very-
dance.
Okay.
I came up with that dance. I mean, I introduced the dance to America on a show I did on YouTube called Black Friday. So Black Friday was a show that was given to me by Walter Latham, who was the creator of Kings of Comedy.
Okay.
So back in like 2011, 12ish, that's when YouTube got really big. YouTube gave money to like about 5 producers, like $5 million each. So these producers go create your own network content. So Walter Layton got one, Shaq's company got one, and then I think Puffy might have got one, and I'm not sure who the other one as far as black people, like 4 or 5 black people got it. So Walter held his money, so okay, who's hot online? You know, that's when I was really hot on Twitter at the time. That's when Instagram was not even that popping yet.
Right.
I was hot on Twitter, roasting niggas every day. Mm-hmm. He said, okay, let me get Mike a show. He said, Mike, what do you want to do? I said, you know, people like current event. I said, let me, and I'm good at clowning people. Let me do a show where I make fun of everything that happened that week. Like if a celebrity fucked up that week, let me roast that nigga and they all get a dance.
That's not when you had the Donald Trump wig, right?
No, that was more later. That was, Donald Trump was, that's nigga news.
Nigga news, my bad.
Yeah, this is
This is 2011, 12.
Okay, cool.
So right, so look up the show called Black Friday. I did like 3 seasons of that.
Okay.
It was my first time actually making money online. Walter actually paid me $50,000 a year. And I'm like, I could make money just paying them shit online.
Wow.
You know, so it was a good feeling, you know. But yeah, so pretty much I make fun of whoever fucked up that week. I'm like, let's say if Drake got caught fucking some bitch. On Black Friday this week, Punk Beach Drake fucked the beach. Drake, you got the He Bitch dance, and I called it a He Bitch dance, and I did my dance.
Okay.
That's how it got popular. That's how I started, you know.
He Bitch dance?
He Bitch. Like
He
a
bitch.
he, H-E, and then bitch together.
He Bitch, okay.
Yeah, for doing some He Bitch shit. Anybody that fucked up was a He Bitch to me.
He Bitch.
So if you look up Black Friday, that's what I did. And everybody got the dance at the end of the roast. Every time I roast this person, they got the dance.
Right.
That's when I introduced the dance to America. You know, so every athlete have done it doing touchdown. You know, and then I continued the show on all the way till now.
Right.
You know, and I think when he first did the dance, I think his brother, you know, hey, look, my brother did the dance, and then that's when I got that video.
The one on the same team with him? Or the other one?
Probably the other one. I'm not sure which one it is.
Maybe the youngest.
You know, and then I ran into him and said, hey, you know, he's just, the brothers out here, we're big fans. If you ever in Milwaukee, you want to come to a game, let us know. Then I ran into them at All-Star Week in Cleveland, I want to say. That was just last year. Last year I ran into him and he introduced him to his mother. You know, I met the mom. She was a fan. Everybody fucks with me.
Right.
You know, and then, and I remember when Giannis came on the field to play, you know, he looked at me and did the dance in my face. I'm like, okay, yeah, you show him respect for the dance. We're gonna fast forward to like fucking a month ago. November. Fast forward to November, somebody sent me.
That's what I'm saying. Pull that up, Sonny. You sent it to me.
Yeah,
right?
put up Giannis.
That's the video that he get.
Yeah, man. Look, go to the Fortnite one.
The Fortnite one is right.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, go to the Fortnite one.
Because it's like you in the background.
Oh, I didn't know I was in the background.
Yeah,
No,
it's what it felt like to me.
It almost looks exactly like that.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that.
Hold on.
No. I'm not in the video. I'm not on the Fortnite
like
video.
that.
No,
it
it's
looks
not me.
like
No.
a video game.
It's just a video game, that's all. It's not me.
Let me see.
That's the way it shows on there. Like the characters.
Yeah.
Similar to that. No,
My thing is, here's the thing with dances. I don't think you could copyright a dance.
Right.
But it's a matter of loyalty and showing respect to the person that you got to dance for. That's all. So I have a friend named Cousin Skeeter who dances. He's a guy that jumped out the car. He always wear the same shorts outfit.
I know who you
and he does all the time. So I remember,
the guy from Africa.
yeah, African. He's from Ghana also.
He wear no socks.
No, he wears socks and shoes and shorts. Same outfit every time.
Yeah, same outfit, yeah.
Same outfit. In fact, Cardi B was the first one that posted him back, 3-4 years ago. So I remember, I think the baby, shout out to the baby, really good guy. You know, I think the baby was doing something that had to do with Fortnite, and they was going to use this particular dance. And the baby is like, okay, that dance belongs to Cousin Skeeter.
Right.
And Fortnite cut Cousin Skeeter a check. It's just that simple. That's all this nigga had to do was say, hey, you know, I got this dance, but it's not my dance. You know, I got this dance from Michael Blackson. Let's cut Mike a check.
Right.
You didn't even have to write me the check. Write the shit to the non-profit. Let's get kids in school.
Right.
That's the right thing to do. But nothing. Next thing I know, my shit is on Fortnite. I'm like, that shit is not cool. So then I was like, you know what? Huh?
Nobody pulled it up. I swear to God, you gotta see the footage.
You gotta see the dance. Just go to
the dude next to him looked just like you. I thought that was the whole thing. Who sent it to me? Was it you, Sonny?
Yes, I sent it to you, but
Never mind, I'll go to my IG and get the shit for you in about a second.
yeah, it's on.
It's on IG.
Posted it.
But find it.
But the one that you posted, I thought that was the Fortnite.
I had it.
Okay, well, it's right next to each other.
Had it.
Okay, yeah, that's it. All right, cool. All right, that's him again. All right.
That's him doing it.
All right.
But like almost like animated kind
Yeah,
of.
okay.
Which is very.
Yeah, so all right, so now you reach out to him because y'all brothers.
Yeah, I reached. I DM'd him. I don't have his personal number, but I do have his brother's number because his brother gave me his number today.
Right.
He introduced me to his mom and everything. So I text him. I said, I kept it real nice.
Right.
Hey man, I think somebody, just hit me up. I saw my dance on there. I appreciate the dance, but mother sucker, what's going on?
Right.
He just ignored it, read it and ignored it. DM him, nothing. Sometimes when you start like, it's like when you're dating a girl and you break up with her and you like, hey, how you doing, baby? Just calling to see how you doing. She don't reply. Okay, bitch, where the fuck you at? All right, you know what, motherfucker? You don't pick up my car, I'ma kill you. It started to escalate to that with me. I'm like, to me, I'm like, okay, hey, what's going on? Everything good? Y'all got my dance, nothing. Motherfucker, somebody's doing my dance. Then it just kept going. And then, I'm like, I'm so disappointed in him because we from the same continent. You know what? I don't mean just acknowledge where you got it from. Because at the end of the day, the white niggas at Fortnite don't know who belongs to what.
Yeah.
They have no clue.
Didn't they steal Soulja Boy shit too? Didn't they?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I'm like, a lot of time they don't know.
Right.
So it is your job, if they call you because they know you, be like, hey man, this belongs to this guy. Cut this nigga a check. It's not gonna hurt you no way possible.
Right. Take away
It's
from
just
this.
loyalty and showing respect
Right.
to where you got it from. And that's the problem I have with Giannis. Like you could have just been like, hey, this is Michael Blackson's dance. Let's give him something for his nonprofit. Let's leave. I don't even need the money, nigga. I'm rich. Give it to the shit my
Let's take a
nonprofit.
shot for that. But you not even need the money, just the principles.
Just the principle. That's the
principles,
nigga.
man. Just the principles.
Principle. So I can pay my principal at my fucking school,
That's
my
Andre,
nigga.
right? That ain't Ace, right? All right, them bubbles is different.
Bubbles is definitely different.
Yeah. So I was.
bubbles. Well, there's no bubbles on the top.
You were disappointed.
There's stuff going up top.
I was disappointed.
Yeah,
man.
because that's a real big corporation, Fortnite. I've never personally played Fortnite. Have you?
No.
Nah, I don't.
I don't do
play
video
it?
games. I don't. My kids, even my kids went on there. They're like, oh, your dad, somebody's doing your dance. Everybody was sending. I didn't know people were sending this to me.
Right, yeah,
And then they would go on his page and like, yo, why y'all stealing Michael Blackson dance? My fans are hardcore.
Right.
I don't know who got hardcore fan. My fans are the Beehive. My fans go in. The Beehive.
Different beat. The
Right.
Blackson beat.
And they coming at you.
Nigga Hive.
Yeah. And they coming out. Got him. And he didn't respond.
He didn't respond. He just ignored it. That's even worse.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you saw him tomorrow, would you start a
Probably smack the shit out of him. I'm just playing, man. That nigga
Online,
7 feet tall.
online.
I'll go online and beat the shit out of him. So I see him, I'm gonna go the other way and go back online. I just saw this punk bitch nigga. I'm gonna fuck him up right now. I fight online, man. Fuck, I look like fighting this nigga in person.
Right. No, but
Meet me online, motherfucker.
But like you said, like it's just respect. Like
Yeah, it's
a lot of
respect.
people they used to call me because I used to never clear my records. Like if I had like
Sorry.
the authority
Wow.
and a young artist wanted to clear do my record, I'd be like, no. I just didn't want to. I was like a old hater. That's how they categorized me. But it's because of things just like that. It's because sometimes if you don't say no and your image is just open, someone just come and just take your shit.
Yeah.
Do you regret not having some shit like that? Like I said, look, you said you can't patent the dance.
You can't
right?
patent. I don't think you could. But like I say, if when you know where you got it from, it's just showing respect and principle. That's what it is.
shows who he is because that's why he feels so strong about it. Because if it was him in reverse, he would have went to the person, acknowledged it.
Yes,
And
that's
so
it.
And he don't need the money.
Even he would have been like, hey, Mike,
Shocks you that
this is your
somebody would
dance.
do that.
This is your dance. Fortnite ain't trying to cut check, but I let him know nothing. He just like jack the dance, fuck this
And
black
it's exact,
bitch.
by the way. I didn't mean to say that,
Yeah,
but
it is exact.
Man,
exact
that
dance,
he knew what he was doing. He ain't make up no. The nigga ain't not a dancer.
Right.
But he liked my dance because he's done my dance and
In front of you,
in front of me.
at the stage.
at the stadium. You know, a lot of people have done my dance. So yeah, man, I was more disappointed, especially from your African brother. You know the struggles of just. Let me tell you the hardest
Taking
thing.
that Greek shit too far.
Yeah, too fucking far. This ain't my fat Greek wedding, motherfucker, okay? This is real life, my nigga. This is my fucking dance.
Yeah.
Ain't over yet. Nigga, you can still cut the check.
Hey,
Make it right.
What's the name of the school, by the way?
The Michael Blackson Academy. That's right.
Blackson
The foundation is Michael Blackson Foundation, motherfucker. Go ahead, send some money.
Foundation's open, man. That's
It's
all.
open. Just give it to take it to school, man.
Giannis, do the right thing. I'm
Do
a
the
big
right
fan
thing.
of yours. Big fan of
Trust
yours. Do
me,
the
we
right thing.
all are. When he won that championship, I was so happy.
He deserved it.
I'm like another African. You know what is the thing about America?
Huh? I didn't know what that was.
You are
That
not.
was
No,
fire.
I don't care where you're from. Whether you're from England or Africa or Asia,
Haiti,
you're not
don't
a
forget
star.
To say Haiti, please.
Where Haiti.
Yeah.
Wherever you're from, you're not a star till you feel like America know who you are.
Right.
So it's very hard to come in this country and make it. You know what I mean? He came here from another place and he made it.
Right.
I made it. Nigga, show some respect. It's hard enough as it is for us coming from other places to make it here. Don't cut the check, my nigga.
And every other. It was a lot of brothers at the World Cup this year. I did not realize how many brothers placed.
Definitely.
France.
And, it's so funny you mentioned, just how everything is coming back around. I think in this world, every race will have their chance to become great. When I came to America in the late 80s, it was, anybody give a fuck about Africans?
Buddha scratches.
We was
now,
Buddha scratches.
That got almost the #1 genre in the music.
Exactly,
Afro
man.
motherfucking beats. That Afro Buddha scratches was alright.
And not only that, the real football, we just, y'all don't downgrade our shit, call our shit soccer, motherfucker.
Yeah, y'all shit soccer.
But we're the original football. You play the shit with your foot, okay? American football, you throw the fucking shit with your arm.
It's called soccer.
No, nigga, okay? Y'all only kick the ball. Y'all only kick the ball when y'all kicking a fucking field goal, my nigga, okay?
Yeah.
We kick the ball
Hey, man,
all the
you
time.
can't say that.
Okay, all right.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
You right, motherfucker. Shout out to Philly. But while we on the music thing, and Afrobeat is taking over the world. In fact, I started up my own management company called Michael Blackson Management, and I got one of my first Ghana artists here. Gambi, come and say hi to my guy. This is my.
You look like a Ghana artist. You look like a Ghana artist. Hey, take a shot, you motherfucker.
You gonna take he don't drink, man.
He don't drink? Oh,
Nah, he
shit,
stay
he in
focused,
America.
man. He stay focused.
He in America, man.
You want
An
to say
artist that doesn't drink. That's
this?
great.
The thing about it, like I went and I was trying to find, because Nigeria has all the artists.
Right.
I mean, I could name 10 niggas in Nigeria that are
Davido's
stars.
from Nigeria?
Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy. You got
Tim.
Techno. You got Kids Daniel. On and on.
Nigeria's like the New York.
New York, yeah, it's like the New York of music. Ghana, on the other hand, and Ghana is becoming like we said, the Dubai of Africa. And I could only count like 4 people from Ghana. You think about like Shatta Wale. You probably never heard of Shatta Wale, have you?
Yeah, I heard of him.
You heard of
In my
him?
mind.
In your mind. You have
You
Shatta
gotta count
Wale.
yourself,
You have.
'cause you put out music before too.
I did put out music. We'll get to that later, motherfucker.
Just saying. We
We
know.
have Shatta Wale. We have Stonebwoy. We have Sako D. Sako D's a rapper. And then we have Black Sheriff, who's a rapper. We only have 4 people in that whole country. I'm like, let me make that 5th star. There's Gambo. You gonna say something to them, Gambo?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's a pleasure being here, and I come bearing gifts,
All right.
All
I
right.
got something for the
gifts?
whole team, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Trying to put my map on there. This right here is from Gambo to the world, man.
Okay. What is that?
Okay.
It's all
A
Ghana
Jamaican
flag.
belt.
Flag, man.
A Jamaican belt.
Come on, get used to this flag. You're gonna see this flag a lot, nigga.
Come on, man.
Well, let me sign this.
Our
Let me sign
time.
this.
Sign it, man.
Okay.
Let me put my
That's
signature on.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's it.
That's it, man.
Look at
Wagwan.
We outside, man. That's it.
You gotta, you putting out your single. Tell me what your
the
single.
whole
Tell me about the
flag.
single.
Yeah, so I'm coming out with
shit, they got a big
a single probably next month called Cut Soap featuring Goya Mena.
Cut soap?
Yeah, Cut Soap.
Like cut the
Cut Soap, yeah. And actually the
Soap.
dance for the
Is that
challenge of the
talking about
song is
drugs?
his song.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Hebrew dance.
Okay.
What
So
kind
he
of
did
soap
he
is
did a single with Goya. Goya's the guy that sang the popular
Bamba.
You want to bamba, you want to chill with the big boys. Right. So you did a single with him. So congratulations. Yeah, keep doing your thing, man.
It's a pleasure.
Gambo.
Yo, respect.
Cut soap. Is that joint? Let me see that flag, man. Let me see that big flag.
Give me that flag. Come
Give me
on,
that
man.
thing, man. Let me
Ghana
throw it
to the
over
world,
here, man.
baby.
Yeah, that's it.
So we spoke about Akon earlier, but Akon said that Africa itself will be the most powerful nation in the world if
Continent.
all of
Africa is a continent.
Continent. If
What
all of
public
the
school
African
did you go to? You went
Americans.
to Miami public school? What public school
No,
did you
no,
go
I'm
to?
from New York. I'm
Oh,
from
New York. I am.
Yeah,
Dead
but
ass.
all the African Americans, Queens, New York. If
sir.
all the African Americans move back to Africa, and he said that Africa would be the most powerful.
Oh, definitely. Y'all just,
You think so?
Oh, they'll be just be left with hockey players and punters. I mean, it's, you know, especially around the time during like the 2020 era when George Floyd got killed.
Yeah.
And we felt like, black people felt like America don't have no love for black people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all talked about it. What if we all just got the fuck out of here and went back to Africa? America, what would America be?
Right.
You know what make America great? Different people. All of
Yes,
us.
for sure.
The cultures. The different cultures what make America great. You know, so there's no way where there should be any kind of racism because we, foreigners, is what make this country what it is. We, you know what I'm saying?
We all are for them.
I've seen an African brother in France, and I said to him, "What's up, my brother?" And he said, "You not my brother."
Oh, no.
You know why? Because you call that nigga African booty scratcher, motherfucker.
No, I've seen this before where I've seen an African brother and just gave him like, you know, the brother found like, "You're not my brother." Then he's like, "Oh shit,
You my
Like,
brother,
no,
man.
No, because you know what's the funny shit?
Mm-hmm.
I said to my friend the other day. I said, as Americans, sometimes we don't understand that other cultures look at us all as Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes they don't look at the black American,
Yeah.
the white American, the Chinese American. They just, we open our mouths and we're in, you know, Dusseldorf, Germany, and they're like,
It's fucking American.
American motherfucker. And it's
And
like,
that's what make
end
Ameri-
racism in America. If Americans actually knew that if you go anywhere else and you open your
Mouth, and they knew you from America. Same
Yes.
thing, even when I go back home, when I go to Ghana and I talk regular like this,
Right.
they look at me as a fucking American.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And that's what make America great, man.
Right.
All of us, different color, different races, different looks. And we know, and we come here and we make this country what it is today.
Right.
I got a real good question. I got a real good question for you. We know Haitians are Africans,
Oh, definitely.
but where do Haitians really come from? Are we from Ghana?
No, you're from Africa.
Yeah,
Are
you
we
know,
from Nigeria? Where
This
did
is
the
fucked up that you don't
Where they
even know.
the Africans?
How you asking him your history?
well, you know what? I would
No,
say,
I know. We know we freed everybody. We know
Right.
we freed the
No.
slaves.
No.
That part we know. You understand? But where are we from?
a lot of the
Africa?
slave, as far as I know, I don't know too. You know, I came to America. They didn't
Maybe he
teach me.
doesn't know.
I came to America. I didn't learn too much on the history. Even when I was, you know, and that's one thing I'm gonna try to do in my school is teach these kids African history. A lot of them, they don't even
important.
want us to learn our own history.
Right.
You know, so teach them their history so they know where they
That's
came from. You know, but I know as far as I know, you know, a lot of the slave came from the west, from the coast, and that's the west. Like, you know, you talking about like you could be anywhere from like Ghana.
That's where y'all from, right? I'm an East Coast nigga.
You East Coast, yeah. We gonna investigate
Coast.
you, motherfucker.
We are
But
from
like,
the
but you know,
West.
you from the west. Like, you know, you talking about like Ghana, Gambia, Senegal, that whole coast. You know, if you took one boat, you go past, you kind of like see them all, and that's where most of the slaves came from. You know, so
I'm glad.
you know
that
what?
You know that.
I'll give you from
More
Ghana.
Andres, please.
Yeah.
You come to my village, man. You from Ghana, my nigga. Okay.
No, listen.
Get him right there. He's from Ghana.
We outside.
Now my
baby.
friend Hollywood Hino, he been trying to get me to eat African food.
Yeah.
And every time I get close to eat African food, I see a clip of you. I see a clip of you going. And I'll be like, I can't do it.
First of all, people always talk about why I'm eating with my hands.
Yes.
How do you spell spoon? S-P-O-O-N. 5 fingers, my nigga. This is my spoon right here.
I like to eat with my hands too.
No,
Food
you're
tastes so
different.
much better.
You're
no,
different.
it's not that. It's the faces you make. You be like this.
Oh, you not fucking
And then
around.
be looking like,
Because African
he's not
food
helping.
is the best. African
Yes.
food is the best, man.
Yes, I'm from Africa in my heart. But
Right.
you be
You
fucking
are.
it up.
You
Now,
actually
if I go to listen, if I go to the African place and I pull out a fork, I'm stop a lot.
You know what I use for a fork? Pizza, motherfucker. I'm just playing. I don't fuck with no fork.
Yeah.
But you know, Africa is like for some reason we just feel like the food tastes better with your natural hands.
Right.
You know, it's,
You know what
it's just
it
a
is?
cultural thing.
Some motherfuckers don't wash their hands and shit. So
And it make the food even taste better, my nigga. I mean, sometimes we will eat in a big bowl and everybody dig their hands in and take turns.
Do you see this one Instagram commercial of the guy, he's sitting there, he got the food, and then his friend leans over, and his friend
Oh, I
grabs
see
some
what you're
food,
talking about.
and he's so mad at him
He
that
grab his hand.
he licks his whole
Yeah,
shit over that
that's
Oh
shit.
yeah, man, we take our food very personal, man. You gotta get permission to eat my fucking food. You can't just dig your hand, I'm bite your fucking fingers, my nigga.
He licked his finger. You know?
Like, no, you're not tasting my food, motherfucker.
So even though y'all serving family style, it's not family style. I promise you, every time I see a clip, because I be this close, I be like, and I like the bread. What is that, bread?
It's not fresh, it's
No,
fufu.
it's not bread. What
It's
is that-
fufu.
Is that dough?
Please don't answer
It's kinda
this. You have
doughy.
never ate African
made-
food in your life.
Fufu.
You are American Haitian.
No, we
Relax.
eat dumplings. We make dumplings.
It's
and
almost
the
like
same
that. Like
thing.
dumpling has no
I'm
real
trying to tell
taste.
you.
Fufu itself has no real taste. It's a
Wait,
different
come on. Is
soup
it
you
called
eat it with.
fufu?
Fufu.
Damn, it
So
sounds
different.
good.
Everybody makes different fufu, you know.
Okay.
And then
Got garlic in the fufu?
fufu has no real taste. It's really made from like cassava, and cassava has no real taste. But it's a different soup you eat it with. The soup is where the flavors is.
This is when y'all boil it up.
Well, boiled up is just a fufu, but the soup is where you dig it in.
Okay.
You know, the different
That's how they
soup.
do it. That's how you got skills. You be like that.
God, I wish you had something here right now. I'm hungry right now having this conversation.
And then,
I
Where's
don't
the
know if
okra
I
stew?
don't know if he's ready for fufu today.
No, not
I
today.
ain't ready
gotta
for
build
fufu.
up.
I gotta build myself up
Yeah.
for some fufu.
You're
But
gonna start with some like Ghana jollof rice, jollof. So jollof is like our fried rice. It's
Okay.
been a big competition in all of Africa on who has the best jollof. Ghana is beefing with Nigeria, you know, and then Senegal is involved, Liberia, Sierra Leone. They're all having this big rice beef on who make the best jollof. Jollof is just our version of fried rice.
Okay.
You know, so it's like, but yes, so you know, we don't have a jollof competition.
I'm about to ask. So if you had to compare the rices
Yes.
to any other
Nigga
island,
said the rices. Go ahead, motherfucker.
you know, because that's all islands, right?
Right.
You know, Dominican feel like
They
they
do
got the
rice.
best rice and
Nah,
peas.
you
Right.
know
Puerto Rican feel like they got the best rice and
Haitians
peas.
for certain got the best
Colombian,
rice.
Haitians,
Jamaicans is like
Jamaicans got the rice and
Jamaicans
beans.
got
yeah.
rice and peas. If you had to compare Africa rice and peas in
Oh,
its
yeah.
totality, you think it would destroy
Don't be
it?
biased.
I'm not gonna be biased. So
And then
I,
give a part two. Who's in second place?
okay,
Just in case you are.
I did host a jollof competition one time, and I tasted all the jollofs, at least 5 different jollofs.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, Akon gonna be very happy because Senegal had the best jollof rice to me. Yeah, Ghana, don't be mad at me, please. I still love you.
Yes.
I hope y'all niggas let me back in, please. But Senegal was
After
just so.
Africa. Anywhere else? Jamaica?
After Senegal.
Who would get part two?
after
'Cause you've been
Senegal,
here.
I'm gonna give it to my home.
Jamaican,
I'm gonna give it to
Puerto Rican.
Ghana.
Okay.
You know, but don't get it wrong. You know, sometimes it's all about who makes the jollof. Like I've had some Nigerian jollof who was made by like a grandmother.
Right.
So it had the original flavor and taste, and it was really, really good.
Right.
You know, just like so, it all depends on who makes it,
Right.
who makes that jollof. You know, but right now I think, as much as I hate, I gotta give the Senegal has the best jollof.
Right.
And you heard it from me. I'm just a bitch ass nigga, please.
Right.
Rice and beans now.
So you, him, and Akon has a black off. Who do y'all think win?
Oh, come on, man. Akon. You know what? If complexion was a time,
Akon is before.
24 hours.
He's BC.
he is 10:50 p.m.
I'm 70.
I'm 11:30 p.m. Akon is motherfucking midnight. Goddamn it. Okay.
And
Yeah, I'm 10:30, guys. 10:30.
let's just be clear. With Akon's hairpiece,
These 1201. You gotta add 1 to that.
Why he didn't go to Africa to get his hairpiece?
Man, I don't
He
know.
went to Pakistan. Who go to Pakistan to get a hairpiece? Yo, Google where he went. He went somewhere nobody knows. Like, yeah, like
man,
the
I'm
girls don't
trying
even
to
go
be
there for
good.
surgery.
I'm trying to be good.
I'm like, Akon, why are you
love
doing? What is that?
Akon.
Yes.
Just get the body, my nigga.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with body. Look at you bald.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
I can
that-
grow my
bald.
hair out too.
No, the
You
way
bald?
his is. The
Bald
way
niggas are in.
But he got 3 different haircuts. He got a haircut right
Yeah,
here.
he got a
in the
fade
middle,
over
in the
here.
middle,
Yeah, he
in the
all
middle.
over
He got. Then he got a
He all
beard.
over
He went to
Hold
Turkey.
up.
Hold on.
This
Listen.
nigga is just rolling blunts. Who is this nigga?
Listen.
He been rolling. It's like 20 weed.
20 weeks.
Who gonna smoke all of this?
Okay. I am.
It's reverse slavery.
Look,
It's reverse slavery. It's reverse slavery.
Yo. But Akon went to Turkey. Niggas don't even go to Turkey for turkey. And he went for hair plants.
Yeah, Akon look a hot man. He's like an old young nigga with that fucking haircut.
Yeah, because
He's like a
hair looks
60-year-old,
like
30-year-old
a
nigga.
16-year-old's hair.
Yo,
Shoulda got the-
and what's crazy is his waves is spinning. It just look
Oh,
crazy.
you gotta be
'Cause it's
16.
Like, it's like, yo, come
Yeah,
on,
to
skip
be like
a wave
that.
or something. Like,
Stevie Wonder hooked that nigga up.
Stevie Wonder. Oh my God.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, this shit is over here.
It's hard.
It's like a weave on top of a weave, my nigga. Nigga, your lace front is in the back, my nigga. I'm not gonna be allowed into synagogue. Fucking with y'all niggas, man.
Hey, you gave him the
I can't live in
number
Akon City because of you,
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
he gave electricity for real. That's a beautiful.
Well, I think I'm not sure if it's complete yet. He's working on it, right? Have you talked to him? Haven't talked to
No,
Akon.
why? He was supposed to be here. We couldn't get up, and then he went to New York, and then that's when he did the interview where he said that Africa could be, one of the most.
It's on his way. I mean, especially Ghana. Everybody went to Ghana this year.
Right. What happened in Ghana? What was happening?
What they having is
They had Freaknik out there or something?
Why
Like,
did
everyone go?
Well, they're doing like a Afro Nation or the year of the return. Ghana is one of the countries where the slaves were taken out
We
of.
know
So
that's where the slaves came from. 'Cause
most
we
of
didn't know.
them, most. They all came. It's like us on the coast. So we had some from
My
Gambia.
DNA is- I got Ghana.
Yeah, so it's
Everything
most of,
got-
so people are going back, and Ghana is becoming the place to be. And thank God it's home for me. In fact, you heard, that Road Trip is going to be filming. They're going to Ghana this year. The movie Road Trip. Is it called Road Trip with Girls Trip? My bad, Girls Trip.
Oh.
Girls Trip.
I'm about to say, y'all sending Tom Arnold and them now?
No, it's Girls Trip. With Tiffany Haddish and Jada
Tom
Pinkett, and they all not Road Trip, my nigga.
Yeah, road trip. Road trip.
Just fuck you, my nigga. You don't fuck me all up and expect me to
Man.
You said road trip.
I meant Girls Trip, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
But
I was
they're
supposed to
gonna
tell you to
You're going to
connect
Ghana
with the
because
black. Go ahead.
Ghana is where all the big dick niggas are. I'm from a family of big dick niggas.
That's why I feel like I'm from Ghana. You
You
put
are.
me in the East Africa. I don't like.
See, in Ghana, we don't get pussy. We get stomach, my nigga. When last time you got some stomach,
Exactly.
motherfucker?
God damn it. Go ahead.
Yeah, we give out bladder infections, motherfucker. Okay? So all the women, the Girls Trip is going there to get a bladder infection, my nigga. So yeah, shout out to
Tiffany
Ghana.
Haddish.
The whole cat. They said that everybody's coming back.
Everybody's coming.
And I heard the trip will be
You
to
gotta take
Ghana.
the shot. You can't bring it back.
Why?
You see
What did
you
I do
did.
to take the shot?
No, because you went like
No,
that.
that's
You,
just
you,
part
once you
of
go
it.
like that, you committed, nigga. You tagged.
You're in.
You in.
We're not Guyanese. We're he has the name. No, because
Ghanaian.
we're from Ghana. We're not Guyanese.
Oh,
we are
Ghanaians.
Canadians.
Ghanaians, yeah.
Ooh.
Or some say
Not
Ghanaians.
Ghanaians,
It all
Ghanaians.
depends how you pronounce it.
Ooh, a Canadian. Ooh. Y'all don't even need coats. Like a Canadian, y'all ain't get it? Ah, fuck y'all.
The funny thing about it, when I built the school, all of a sudden I became like this hero in my whole continent.
Right.
And it was like, you know, Mike, you should run for president. I'm like, and then I saw all the presidents and all his homies that all had bald heads. I'm like, I'm good, my nigga.
President.
Oh, the president all got bald. I'm like, y'all stressed too out. I'm not gonna be president. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna build
Borak.
school.
Remember when Borak came? The first year, he had nothing. Then the next year, he was smoking Newports. He had gray hair. His S curl was burnt out. You ever had an S curl?
We all did, man. But you know what? When I had the S curl, I only kept it in there just very short time. So it's just to bring my hair out. I didn't go all the way curly and turn into
What
like
year
no.
was that?
Was that 89, 90, 91?
Washington? I mean, New Jersey or?
What? My last year in Jersey, I did get it, but I got it just to like, you know, just to have a little baby hair. All the niggas got.
Was it inspired by The Last Dragon?
No, what was the Last Dragon? Yeah, them two brothers that dance, right? Yes. But we all had it. You had S curl?
I had S curl.
See,
I never had. No, I got a perm. My sisters would put a perm in my hair.
That's why your shit fucked up now.
Now look,
you could tell I could grow my shit. You could tell you gave up a long time ago.
They
I had S curl.
Yeah.
They turned me out. They messed me up.
But my mother said, nigga, you Puerto Rican. Your shit curls
Puerto
anyway.
Rican?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
we all had an S curl.
I thought I was
I had
full-
it.
When I
full
did
Negro.
have waves, I was mean. My waves was mean.
And what happened to your waves? It's on
They
vacation.
just fell off. Like they just went away.
So
I'm holding on to mine.
So
man.
you worked on Shaq's live comedy,
Yeah, Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam, yeah.
and you worked on Puff Daddy's.
I did, but Puff Daddy was way before. That was like, Puffy was like, oh my God, what year is that? Oh, freaking 5? 06?
But I watched both of them, and one thing I noticed about both of them, you both asked for your payment up front with both of them.
Yes, I did.
You didn't trust Shaq or Puff?
I don't trust none of them niggas.
I looked, I said...
When I did Shaq, that nigga was on a different team every year. I said, nigga, I don't know where you gonna be next year. I need my money now when I fuck up.
He
So,
get
yeah.
traded a lot that time.
Yeah, he used to go to the game with his suitcase because you don't know where the fuck he gonna go. Nigga went from fucking LA to Miami to Cleveland. Nigga, where you gonna be? Phoenix. I'm like, where you gonna be next year? Punk Beach.
Right.
I need my money now.
Take your jacket one year.
Oh yeah, that was All-Star.
That was All-Star.
Yeah, that was All-Star. You took my jacket. You know, I always, like I said, since I've been roasted as a kid with my clothing, man, everything I wear now is different, original. You know, I took they lit my ass up when I had no money. So now most of my money is spent on wardrobe, man.
Wow.
I'm making up for everything I never had.
I remember me being jealous of you, Mike Epps. I forget who else. Y'all was at the, I want to say the Vegan Theater out here. And I came to see y'all. Mm-hmm. You had liquor, you had weed, you had everything that rappers have. You just didn't have no violence. And I can remember being like, I wish somebody just fight right now. Like they had everything that looked like a rap concert to the T. Weed, liquor, females, whatever.
But
They had peace. And I can remember just me sitting back, and I remember me being used to that. Like I'm used to, if 30,000 people in the building, every 30 minutes there's a mush, there's a push,
altercation.
Yeah, now with comedy, man.
A drink thrown. Like I remember being so used to that. I think Mike Epps invited me, and I went to see Mike Epps, and then I think you were going on before him. So I went and I watched your show. I said what's up to you. Went and watched your show, and then you came out, and I remember like, oh, so nobody's gonna say nothing wrong to him, like nobody. And then I remember Mike Epps doing the same thing, and then him coming off stage, and I'm like, nobody's gonna do like nothing. And that's how traumatized I am in hip hop, is that I'm used to rocking the show. And if an incident don't happen, I don't even feel like I rocked the show. Like,
yeah, he's very
you know,
good.
that's, you know, and what's crazy about y'all is y'all get to see the laughter. And that's y'all stabbing.
Right.
That's y'all version of, okay, you know, this guy got jumped in the front row. And I remember that day, that was the day I was like, I was really jealous of comedians. I was like, there's nothing different from us. Our grind is the same. You know, you can have a hype man, but you got to go out there by yourself. And I remember just saying, damn, man, these guys got a really dope life. Like when you make it to the level that you at.
Yeah, now comedy is like, God, I don't know. It's a gift from God, first of all. And people, we're in an era where is people just want to laugh.
Right.
Want to come out and laugh. And it's so crazy how this is something as just telling jokes. And I went the other night to go watch Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. These guys are in an arena with like 20,000 people. I'm like, I never thought this comedy thing could get us to this level.
And every night too, right? You got your shot ready?
Why? Why need my shot, my nigga?
Because of comedy.
Comedy, man.
Because of comedy,
Come on.
goddammit.
Nothing like comedy, man.
Nothing like comedy, man.
Nothing like comedy.
Yeah. And I want you to finish your story, right? But
No. And it was just amazing.
Yeah, continue.
Amazing to see a room filled. Like I did Miami this weekend and sold out like 5 shows. And
What's your biggest show?
Huh?
Biggest show.
The biggest thing I did one tour.
Anywhere.
I did one tour called a No Cap tour. That's we had like me and DC Young Fly, D. Ray Davis, Carlos Miller. We had those guys. We had guys that were like hot online. This was just last year. Right. We selling out like 15, 20,000 seat venues. It felt so good that damn these people coming out to see us. We not no college graduates. We not doctors and law. We just telling jokes from $100 a show. And I'm like, damn, this is amazing. And you look at the Kings of Comedy. Those guys, same thing with the Bernie Mac. Them guys was doing arenas.
Right.
And it's a great feeling to see how much it just the era we're in is so bad and we lose so many lives. People want to come out and laugh and people want to have a good time, man. All that violent shit, just play the fuck out.
Did you see how much Beyonce tickets is?
Yeah, Beyonce tickets very expensive. I'm like, goddamn, are you twerking for us after the show, motherfucker?
I don't know, but I just know I'm on Twitter and I see people online complaining. And I seen all of Jay-Z's boys saying, we work for Jay-Z, not Beyonce.
But at the end of the day, they can complain all they want. They're going to buy them tickets.
Yes, they are.
They love Beyonce. They're going to pay the tickets, going to buy the tickets. It's just that simple. If you want to see her, you're going to spend the money. Right. And hey, she been putting in work for a very long time.
That's right.
My tickets are not that cheap, but I'm like, I've been putting in work for a while.
Right.
And you got to pay for quality.
That's right.
Period. Right? Pay for quality,
hell
right?
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's make some noise.
Pay for quality.
I'm going to go as far to say, let's take a shot for that.
How did shit get here?
Yeah, come on. We got people.
I don't care how much you got to try to get me drunk. I'm going to still be myself.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You trying to make me start snitching on niggas. Fuck you.
No, it was one famous moment, right, where I always question, like, the comedic stance, right? I always, a lot of comedians is my friends, people I speak to, and it's always something like, when 9/11 happens or something like that. It's y'all job to actually find something funny out of that, right?
It is.
But when it comes to personal, it's like, one thing that I always like question was the time with Kevin Hart, right? We believe Kevin Hart was really in love. He really loves this woman.
Right.
And we all know that whatever happened, but you had made jokes at that very time.
I did.
Do you regret that?
No, I don't. No, I'm a comedian, man. I don't regret a motherfucking thing. God damn it.
Right.
No, it was. I didn't make fun of him cheating because nobody's perfect. I mean, we've all fucked up. I'm sure you have. You know what I'm saying?
Well, throw me in this motherfucker. He said, "Come out, N.O.R.E, we going."
Let me drag you
We all made mistakes.
Yeah, we all made mistakes. I got
made
that.
Mistakes.
Yes.
You
Yes,
made mistakes,
yes,
right?
Mistakes, nigga. Yes. I'm going home tonight, nigga. Yes.
But you know what? I didn't make fun of him cheating. I make fun of how he cheated. I made fun of how I felt like he snitched on himself. Because at that time when he talked about it, nobody didn't know yet. I'm like, nigga, nobody know. Don't say nothing. And he kind of like, went on camera and talked about what happened prior. You know what I mean? I'm not snitching on him. I feel like, what I said was, Kev, you snitching on yourself, my nigga. Nobody knows. Shut up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not snitching myself. Right. Man, I'm the type of nigga, my girl could catch me in the bed with my dick in another bitch's mouth. I'm like, that is not my dick. Nope. Another nigga got broke in here and put his dick in his bitch mouth and used my face. But he was in advance, I felt like he was in advance snitching on himself. So I that's what and I go hard in the paint. You know, I don't take no break with nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you fuck up, nigga, you gonna get it too.
No, because you know, at times.
But because you know, sometimes we don't think. I mean, don't get it wrong. I'm sure. The only problem Kevin had a problem with was I just did it too many times. You know, but okay, because everybody
Too soon. I think that's
timing.
That's another thing with y'all comedians is y'all say too soon. Like, is it too soon? You think that it was too soon?
To what?
Like,
yeah, you know, they have this too soon thing. You know, I mean, with certain things, like death is way too soon.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was just, if you watch the video of him telling on himself, it was just funny to me. You know what I mean? I'm a comedian, you know. Yeah. I can't wait till you fuck up so I can light your ass up, nigga.
Because as an outsider looking in,
yeah,
and as a person that's in love that don't want to lose,
right,
love,
yeah.
I kind of felt him.
Yeah.
And then I looked at you and I was like, damn, he's funny though.
Yeah.
Like, so I had to laugh.
And then you be like, damn, he was
and
wrong.
I was like, damn.
Don't get it wrong, that nigga is my homie.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm a comedian first.
That's probably what he felt.
Yeah. He felt like, you know.
Hey, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but when we know, it was during the era, you know, I do that whole thing, like I said, I do Black Friday where every time a nigga fuck up every week, he got lit up. And, you know, I can't discriminate against my homies and my non-homies.
Right.
I didn't know LeBron James, but he fuck up, I lit him up. Right. You know, I'm lit everybody up, you know what I mean? And I had to he was next on the list, my nigga. Right. And that's what I do.
And what's LeBron James you lit up? The one
I don't remember.
The one with the hairline or the one without?
Yeah, the one with the hairline. The hairline's in his back pocket. In fact, the nigga, he came in join the army. They like salute. He like this. A nigga.
You're bad. You're very bad.
Try not to laugh.
And LeBron is my nigga. So because you know when I lit them up, I lit up the whole. It was the Olympic team of the U.S. Because I remember that particular year they beat the shit out of Nigeria, like 90 to like 30, something crazy. Right. And I'm like, man, they embarrassed my niggas to the whole world. I got mad and I lit all them up, from fucking LeBron to Kobe. I said Kobe, you know, to like fucking Carmelo. They all got it because they embarrassed my continent.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm a bitch ass nigga. I fight online, my niggas. Online, I'm the shit. Right. The thing about it, after I did her whole thing, I saw Kevin in person. I ran the other way. I'm like, nigga, I gotta get back online.
Right. Did you ever think you did a joke that went too far? Besides Kevin Hart, of course.
This nigga.
I mean, you got one.
I'm trying to. I gotta go and look at what I've done. Okay. You know, we are in the era of like, you know, where you have to be like sensitive about. You can't make no certain jokes or certain things. So, I was watching some shit that I did, some skit that I did on my Black Friday show. Uh-huh. I did one thing on like the first gay president, and my God, and that shit was over 10 years ago. I'm like, my God, if the media get a hold of this shit.
Now you know what's the crazy shit?
You left.
You know what's crazy shit?
Huh?
You left.
I'm watching.
It's still, you can't, if once it hit the line, you can't get it. But I made some jokes.
I'm watching Will Ferrell and Zach Monopolis. You know what I'm talking about?
The last name you just said, I don't know.
Zach Monopolis.
How many?
From Hangover.
Yeah. Zach Galifianakis.
Which one is that?
No one. He don't even know how to pronounce his name. Zach Galifianakis, right? They got a show called. They got a movie called The Campaign.
Okay.
Soon as I start watching it, they throw out the F-bomb like this. It's like, you fucking fat. I was like, and then kept going. I was like, you fucking. I'm like, huh. And then I was like, and they just kept going. And I'm like, oh, okay. They didn't even, they know that this is aware of, it's gonna offend somebody.
Yeah.
But they didn't go in and reboot that. Did you ever transfer your comedy or edit your comedy because of the LGBTQ
what do you mean?
people?
You mean from what you done in the past?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about, moving
recently?
forward.
No, because, you know, my jokes, my thing with jokes, if I'm gonna make an LGBTQ joke, I want to make sure that they're laughing at it. Mm-hmm. If I'm comedy, at the end of the day, you want to make people have to have a good time. Right. So if they're not laughing at it, I don't feel like my mission is accomplished. I want everybody to laugh. So my gay jokes are fun jokes. It's nothing like really assaulted and, you know, degraded.
Right. It's with love.
My shit is with love. I have gay people come to my show. And I still have gay jokes. I don't just, and they'll laugh at it. I'm like, okay, my mission is accomplished.
Right.
Because I laugh at my jokes. So my shit is not, I'm not insulting nobody. I'm not degrading nobody.
So if Caitlyn Jenner comes to your show,
she'll laugh. She'll have a good time.
what's a Caitlyn Jenner joke?
Oh, God. Damn it, I used to have one,
And
too.
we scared, too, by the way.
Nigga, I ain't never scared.
We know
Damn
you
it, I forgot my kill. I haven't done it so long because I stick with what's relevant.
Right.
She hasn't been relevant.
Like that.
Yeah, so you give me somebody relevant and I got a joke on that nigga. That's how I roll. I'm all about what's relevant and what's going on right now.
Hey, Doja Cat? Did you see the Grammys?
You know, I pieces of here and there. I watched the 50th anniversary. It was good to see everybody.
Right.
All those guys,
Melly Mel, LL.
Rakim,
Uzi
fucking-
Vert, Rakim.
Motherfucking Queen Latifah. It was just so dope. It's just so dope. 50. I can't believe it's been 50 years.
Yeah.
So 50 years, I'm like,
And you 50
amazing.
years old right now?
I'm not, man. Hey, no, first of all, I'm African. We don't know our age. Okay, we have, Africans have a soccer age and a regular age. Nigga,
Do you
I
have
don't
an
know.
AARP card?
I don't know my age. Listen,
I do.
Let me tell you, my mother had me at home in the backyard. Nobody wrote shit down when I was born. Okay?
That's a
the
good
first
point.
person you seen was a doctor. When I was born, I saw a goat.
Oh, my God.
I said, nah. He said, man. I asked my mother the other day, I said, Mom, how old am I? See, you're between 19 and 100, motherfucker. Pick Asian, get the fuck out of my face.
I like it.
So all depends on who I meet. If I meet a 30-year-old girl, bitch, I'm 35. I meet a 40-year-old woman, bitch, I'm 45. I meet a 20-year-old, I'm 29, motherfucker. What do I want to be today? I haven't figured it out yet.
Don't go alone.
What were we talking about before that?
It was just
I cut him off with the age. Jesus. Let's talk about, I was into that so bad. Oh, Jesus. We all fucked up. Take another shot.
That's it. Let's
For
go
us
there.
not remembering. But we see your lovely fiance over there. Who is your manager as well, or no?
Yeah, you know what? You try to keep the money in the family.
Right.
I'm like, why am I going to pay somebody else when I can keep the money in here?
Right.
She does a few things for the company, and she runs the nonprofit as well. I just got to keep the money in the family. It's easier that way. So yeah.
Wu-Tang said, your seeds, marry his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how you keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family.
That's what, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Is that what we talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And notice, I said fiance. Because I'm a married nigga.
How long you been married?
I've been married. 15 years. No, I've been together 16 years. We've been together 16 years.
That's what's up.
Married
Over 10. I want to say.
11, going on.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations, man.
yes.
And you've been a great husband.
Yes, I'm a great husband. I tell you what. I used to go on the road with LL. Because I was always had hit records, but I never made the top 40 and stayed there, right? So it would be Ja Rule, Fat Joe, LL, Ashanti on these different tours, and I would be on 14 to 22 dates. I wouldn't be on the whole 40 dates.
Right.
Top 40 they had 40 dates, and I would go to LL's room, and I'd be like, "Yo, man," because he had his prayer room. Then he had his room for his kids. Then he had his room for his wife's friends. And at first, this is LL. Every girl in the fucking concert wants to smash LL.
Right.
So I'm looking like, Al, what are you doing? Why you have your kids? And, I'm 18, 19, maybe 22 at the time. Such a young dude. I'm looking like, why would you be here?
Right.
And years later, we went on the same tour. And I get older now. So I go to L and I'm like, yo, why do you still have this same routine? He said, N.O.R.E, I have never been in trouble when I got my lady right next to me.
Wow. That's it.
And I was like, I thought about that. And I was just like, oh, shit. I was like, just think about it. We're the same person whether our lady is there or around.
Yeah, sure.
But it's a certain thing that you just say you don't want to put her through.
Right.
Like, you might not go to the fucking hood club.
Right.
Because you know that you got to walk her to the bathroom when it's time to go to the bathroom. So you're conscious of that.
Definitely.
And I was just sitting back and I was just like, yo. And I don't think I've been in trouble since. Let's make some noise for that.
I mean, especially with the era we are in, man, you gotta be careful. We're in a very shitty era.
Entertainment is the most dangerous
Yeah.
game there is.
Yeah.
Like someone will try to just get you just because who you are.
It's-
At the
and
Waffle
it's-
House too. The
Yeah,
Waffle House.
you have to have a witness, man.
Yeah.
If a bitch was trying to give me some pussy, she gotta fuck me and my girl, motherfucker.
Right.
It's a
I
team
respect it.
effort. That's right, teamwork. Let's drink to that, my nigga.
Let's drink and clap to that, goddammit. Goddamn.
You want somebody's dick, you gotta get some pussy too, motherfucker. That's right, man.
Goddamn.
Hold on, I got a question for you, then.
Talk
Mike.
to me.
So, how do you feel about marriage? Just throwing it out there, just talking about.
Marriage, you know, I've been married before and divorced, but I did it at a very young age. You know, I was like 23. No man is ready to get married at 23 years. You don't even know what you want. You're still a child to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it didn't last. It lasted a couple of years, you know, and that was that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think, you know, to be great, you need that powerful person next to you.
Right.
Regardless, man. You need
But that
that
doesn't
great...
mean you have to be married.
No,
Honest.
you're right. It doesn't mean. You need a great person next to you. You don't need...
It's you, man. Let him be married. What the fuck is you?
I didn't
How you gonna
say
talk
that.
him
I'm not
into
telling
it
him
and
not
talk
to
him out
be.
of it at the same time?
I'm not telling him not to be.
That's Haitian shit right there. He said, but you can be great
like,
too without
No,
her.
you don't...
Why did you bring it up then, motherfucker?
That is true. You don't have to be...
You don't, but...
You don't, because here's the thing with marriage. You know, you get married... You know, when you are just in a relationship and you break up, you could easily get back together. But when you marry and then things don't work out, you divorce, what is the chance of you getting back together again? You know, it's like, you know, but whatever
why you
whatever
don't
way
get
you choose, whatever way you choose, you know, babe, you need a great woman. Every great man needs that great woman by your side. Because if you just a loose cannon with nobody, you know, you need somebody, you need a right-hand person. That's that woman. So, I mean, I'm not saying you don't... Marriage is not for everybody. You don't have to do it, but you need that vice. You need your vice president. A president is shit without a vice president.
That's right.
You know, right?
First lady.
First lady. You need that first lady.
Our first lady in Dominican. In case you ain't understand. He was saying that.
That's right.
Dominican.
Yeah. So everybody need a first lady. Whether you're gonna marry her or not, you need that first lady. Your right hand person that is smart and intelligent, could give you advice, could help you out. You know, and that's that. You know, and I have that in my lady.
God damn it. I think we should make some noise for that.
Yeah. I agree.
So what's up with the stand-up? What's up with you one-on-one with the crowd? And where you gonna have the stand-up? In Ghana?
With my special? What you
Yeah.
talking about? Damn, it's just funny. I just had a meeting today about finally doing it. You know, it's gonna come out soon. I have a lot of things about to happen. You know, it's like I say, it's time. It's a great time to finally be black and be especially African.
African.
It's our time
this
to
shit
shine.
poppin'. Yeah.
It's our time to shine. You know. I got a lot of things coming out that I'm not allowed to talk about because, you know, you signed an NDA, you can't talk about it till
You
it's
finger
about...
popping a lot of shit out here. I
Yeah,
respect
I got some, and besides that, you know, I'm touring and you come and see me live, but I have a TV show coming out. I can't talk about it yet till it's all ready. When I come back and talk about it, you know, and that's my fans. My fans want to see me every week. So now that we get a chance to see me every week on TV, but I can't talk much about it till, you know, it's about to come out.
We just know.
The stand-up special too, I'm working on that.
Okay.
It's about to, you know, we're gonna shoot it very soon.
Okay.
And I've never done one, so it's so much to talk about.
Right.
And the whole world will finally got to see Michael Blackson do his thing. So it's all coming out, man. But besides
Goddamn.
that,
And to add on to that, how much support are you getting? Because, you know, we talked about the hip hop. We talked about all the artists coming from here and there in Ghana and Senegal and Africa, period. Are these people incorporated in the plan?
oh yeah, man. I mean, definitely, man. It's like, you know, it just
Because y'all are up.
we definitely, man.
popularity
It is
up.
just a beautiful time to be an African.
That's right.
I've been proud of my whole life. I defended myself every day when kids made fun of this and made fun of me. And then now, we're in an era where everybody's looking for identity. Everybody want to know where they're from. Now, you know, black or like want to be African now. When I came, they didn't want to be... It's all about, you know, elder barge and baby hair and grown nigga with baby hair, you know? And now it's like, now we're looking for where we from. because they know now that this is not really their land. They might wonder where they come from. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great time to be African. The whole continent has my back. You know, and the thing about it, when I built the school, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just trying to help the kids in my village. Right. But the thing about my continent, it is so hard when people say they're going to do something for them to do it. Right. I talked about it, I thought about it, and I did it. Right. And now they're like, Mike, we're so proud of you. So I got the whole continent behind my back, you know. But I can do this alone, you know. My whole goal, I think education is the key to everything. Right. You know, we talk about this and that, and I'm like, it starts with education. Let's teach these kids how they could become great. You know, and that's why I started a nonprofit, the Michael Blackson Foundation, you know. And the thing about the school that I built, the school is my personal bill. Like, I don't want nothing. I'm going to take a fraction of my income and make sure my teachers, my principal, because when I built the school...
Any support from the government out there? Or
no, they're not.
No support?
No support, but it's okay. It is okay. This is something that I want to do on my own. I'm not going to, you know, because I just thought I could build a school. I didn't know how to get the teachers for these niggas, you know what I mean? So I'm like, these kids are going to be in that class doing their own thing, playing hide, go, seek, and throwing dice. I gotta get teachers in here. You know, but this is like, you know, this is, like I said, this is my personal thing that I would do for these kids. So to do more, y'all gotta help, you know, anybody could help. It's a Michael Blackson Foundation. Go on the website because whatever I make from that, I'm gonna build more schools. The one I built is my personal thing. I don't need no help with that. Right. You know what I mean? But let's do more. There's so many villages out there, and these kids are all walking around with no education.
Yeah, it's funny.
MichaelBlacksonFoundation.org. There's a website.
Mike?
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, it's funny. I had an idea. What you should do, like once or twice a month, you should have like T.I. come, but him dressed like a substitute teacher. and then have Dave Chappelle come dressed like a substitute teacher. And like, you know, so on and so on. Like
that's
a rapper,
great idea.
And then they teach in the class, and the kids is like, oh, who cares? They're from America. And then afterwards, they take the shit off, and they're like, oh my
shit.
God, that was fucking T.I. That was fucking Dave Chappelle this whole time.
That's a great idea because I'm actually taking trips to Ghana every 2 months where I'm inviting Americans. So if you want to know much about it, just email blacksonforafrica@gmail.com.
Did you go with Dave Chappelle when he went?
No, but he was there the same time. He came to my house. We hung out. We partied together.
Oh, wow.
He loved my country.
Right.
You know, so shout out to Dave. Dave had a great time in Ghana. Chance the Rapper, they all came to my house. You know, Jesse Collins, the producer, he produced all these. They all came to my crib.
Sorry to cut you off, but Chance the Rapper received some criticism because they said that this was an anti-LGBT concert. Did you hear that?
Why? I didn't hear that. Where you get that from? What happened?
I'm from tabloids, Twitter.
That what? Is an anti... It was?
That's what they said.
But you know, don't get it wrong. Some part of Africa, for some reason, you know, I'm not sure, it's like illegal. It's a shame. That's what make America great. To be gay.
Wow.
You can Google that up. I ain't making it up. You know,
in Africa or Ghana?
Well, no, there's parts of Africa.
Okay.
It's parts of the world too. It's somewhere in the Middle East too. It's illegal. Yeah. If you get caught with a dick in your mouth, you go to jail, my nigga. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Put the dick down. Put your hands up. Put your balls away.
Everybody got it.
Get the dick out your mouth right now. Take the balls out of your face, my nigga.
Oh my God.
You are going. That's what make America great. You could be whatever you want to be, and you know. I'm not. Google up the country. There are some countries where it's illegal, but you know me. I love everybody, man. I don't care whatever you are, come as you are. I don't know nothing much about that whole Chance the Rapper thing. I'm not sure where that came from, but it was a great concert. I was there.
Right.
You know, it was all night long. You know, I even got on stage right after Dave. Dave got on stage and I got on stage and it was right when I just built the school. So I get on stage and I'm like this big hero. Right. And the niggas like, Mike, run for president. And I saw all the other presidents, they all had bald head. I'm I'm good.
But listen, man, you gonna be the only one with Jay-Z braids. We got your back. We got your back. I'm gonna move to Ghana for 6 months just to vote for you. What'd you say?
It's so funny.
There's a lot of countries actually.
Yeah.
You Googled it,
That's
right?
illegal.
It's illegal.
Some of them even got the death penalty. Wow.
Wow, yeah, I didn't
Mike,
even...
that brings me to my next question because you just mentioned the president. I got something, Meek Mill's shooting a video.
Yeah. At the Jubilee. It's called the Jubilee.
The
Yeah, in Ghana, yeah.
The Jubilee, if for people who don't know,
It's our White House.
You guys' White House.
Yes.
The Jubilee is the White House.
Yeah.
And he apologized for that.
Well, the white,
What is that about?
You know, Africa is all about we respect
It's a Muslim country as well?
No, it's not. It's, you know, the thing, you know, is the great thing about Africa, we respect whatever religion. It had nothing to do with religion. It had nothing to do with it bad. The Christians respect the Muslims, and we all are one people. You know, there's no discrimination. We respect everybody's religion. It had nothing to do with nothing. It's just how, you know, you go to the White House and take a shit in the bathroom. You could do whatever you want to do in the White House. But Africa, you know, our White House are a little bit more different. You know, a lot of things are not allowed to happen. And I don't know how it happened.
What did he do?
I mean, I don't know. I think he shot a music video.
Inside
I'm sure.
or outside?
Well, I'm almost certain.
Inside, they let them shoot a video in the White
No,
House?
no.
Yeah,
I think what happened was.
Oh, let's not, don't make some noise for that?
No.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm confused.
It's legendary.
I wasn't there.
Okay.
I mean, and I could find out what happened. I think what happened was, you know, he went in there, took some pictures, shot.
He said, "Hold up, wait
made a
a
couple of
minute."
videos, and then
On his own.
later on, put the music in it. That's probably what he did. I don't know how it happened, but you know, Ghana is a very strict country.
Okay.
You know, certain things you're not allowed to like capture in the White House.
Right.
Or the Jubilee, you know what I mean? And I think that's what I was all about. I don't really know all the exact details. I wasn't there, you know, but I know
He
for a
stormed the
fact.
White House like the white boys on January 6th.
Nah, he probably just went to his homies and then shot a couple of videos in there and then later on turned this shit into a music video. Motherfucker, you know how y'all do in America. Y'all shoot shit later. This shit
Don't be
right
blaming us all
What
in
the fuck
America.
I think about? This right here could be a fucking movie. I have no idea. Next thing you know, nigga getting a paycheck,
Right.
Michael Blackson in a movie. Called the N.O.R.E. movie, motherfucker. That's what happened with the fucking video. You know, he was in there doing some shit. Next thing you know, it's a whole music
And
video.
that's crazy because...
But he didn't mean any
go ahead,
harm. I don't
Scott.
think
I know
Meek
that.
meant any. He just felt like he's in Africa. This is home for him. You know, he could free to do whatever. And trust me, Africa is a definition of freedom. We are very Ghana. Let me tell you something. You go out. Go to the club, you gonna go home at nighttime. In America, you might not make it the fuck home after you go to the
They
club.
got a Waffle House?
No, we ain't got no Waffle House.
All right.
We have a fufu house, but
They got a fool.
But yeah,
The bread.
Ghana is peaceful. Nothing happens to you.
Right.
You'll go
peaceful.
out and you'll make it home at night. There's no violence. Nobody gets killed at the club. There's no shootout. There's no nothing. Nothing happens. If you drop your phone, a broke nigga gonna take your phone. If you have, you know,
You dead me.
the nigga, I stole
Or
Meek
your
Mill's
goat.
next.
Or your goat.
Nigga,
Maybe
I
you
stole
left your
Meek
goat.
Mill's phone,
That's
okay?
the
I'm the nigga that took it from. The shit was hanging out. I'm like, you know, me, I could like tell all his followers to follow me, my nigga. Nah, but I'm saying, besides that, nothing happened. It's peaceful. It's definition of freedom. Just like Haiti and everywhere else, or even Dominican Republic. If the cops pull you over, what them niggas want? Some fucking money.
Yeah.
$5 here and there.
Do it.
At the end of the day, nobody gonna shoot you.
Peace and
Okay,
love.
you gotta watch out because Andrew Tate said that, and he's now in for human trafficking.
But
He said
where's
that
that?
he pays off all the cops in Romania, and they didn't like that, and now he's in jail for human trafficking.
They put him in jail for human trafficking?
They said.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know that. But
You know who
hey,
Andrew Tate is?
Andrew Tate sounds familiar. I don't know who is he.
It's supposed to be an Instagram guy, right?
He's the Instagram guy. He's the TikTok guy.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Is he from Romania?
We think he's from Romania.
Here's with the third world countries,
She got
people are underpaid. And you know, you gotta understand that. You know, hey, at the end of the day, if a cop pull you over for speeding, you rather get a nigga $10 or you rather go to court? Exactly, motherfucker. Take this $10. Keep it moving, my nigga. Take care of your problem.
Salud.
That's what made my continent great. The cop pull you over, get them niggas $10.
$10.
Help me hold it.
It works.
Okay.
Me inside.
All right. I've never been to Africa per se.
No country in Africa.
I've actually connected.
But you know
with,
what? Liberty City, that shit's like Africa, my nigga.
You been there. You been there. You
Been in
Come on.
He been there. He been there.
Opalaka is Africa, my nigga.
Oh,
Okay?
he been there.
Carol Mark.
Low Haiti is Africa.
Oh,
man.
he been there.
So if you was to recommend, you know, we heard Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
If you was to recommend a person to go on vacation,
Yeah. I got to go with where I know, where I've been, where I'm,
Okay.
Which is Ghana. I'm all about peace and love, and Ghana will give you that peace of mind.
Keep your phone attached to you.
Keep your.
Is there a W there?
There's a Marriott there.
Okay.
There's even more private hotels that they're not, most people stay at the Kipesky. And then one of my good friend, buddy, owns a hotel called the No.1 Hotel. That's a nice hotel. Number one. Or you could just get an Airbnb. There's a lot of nice homes out there to rent. You will have Ghana is peaceful. You could turn up all night, party, eat good food, eat with your hands. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna learn.
And then it's a great place. And then it's a lot of tourist stuff to do, like the Slave Castle. Go find out how your people got here.
I don't want to go to.
I know it's very tough.
he said that.
It's a very tough.
When I think of tourists, I don't want to go to the slave.
But just go
That's
and
not on my
experience.
top 10 list.
Go know what your people went through.
No, 'cause
that
I
way,
seen-
like it,
that
man.
way you appreciate everything that you have. Now you're like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie.
it's
I
his
feel like
part
I
of
went
history.
through there because I seen you and your lady go through there. What's that? Dave Chappelle. And y'all.
Yeah, they went there. He went through there.
and I
Yeah.
saw it, and I was
Yeah.
just like, and then there was a guy that was speaking, but he had no accent. He was like, "This is where our brothers came through," and I was just like, "Oh, it was just like."
Yeah, it's tough, but go and experience that anyway, just for the hell of it. So yeah, go to Ghana. Ghana is peaceful. Don't get they might talk shit about Nigeria here and there, but Nigeria also turned up.
But that's the most scammers in the world come from there, right?
I call them smart people, okay?
They're hustling.
Don't you insult my goddamn Africans. You the dumbass that give them your money, motherfucker. If a nigga email you and tell you he's a prince and you want to put 100,000 in your account, nigga, I said no. Okay, you the dumbass that want the 100 grand in your pocket.
Well, how did they come up with this scheme? Because is Nigeria a real wealthy country?
I think all of Africa is wealthy. We have so much things, to offer. Like Nigeria has oil and Ghana has gold. We have a lot, but at the same time, America's a scam.
Right.
Yes,
right.
it is.
It's just more acceptable scam. Fuck that, nigga. Scammer's a scammer.
Right.
But don't go up there. If a nigga email you, just block the nigga.
Yeah.
Don't send the 5 bands.
Don't send the 5 bands. If he tell you his grandfather have $20 billion you want to put in your account, you be like, nigga.
They tell him to put it in your account from the beginning.
Right.
But hold on, let me ask you something. The closest thing that I've seen to Wakanda in real life has been Turks and Caicos.
Okay, Turks is nice.
Where I've actually walked, so I used to smoke cigarettes, and I've actually walked down a block of beautiful homes. And the people that, I'm old school, so the people that was going to get their paper, I kept looking, black people. I'm looking, black people. And I was just looking, $1 million or $20 million houses.
Yeah.
And it was like vibranium to me.
Yeah.
Like I was just sitting there like, it's like.
And they were blacks.
All blacks. Yeah. So the closest thing I ever seen to Wakanda was Turks and Caicos. Is there neighborhoods in Africa?
Nigga, the whole Africa is Wakanda, my nigga. Guess what? Come home, my nigga. Come home. Ghana is Wakanda, motherfucker.
Right.
It's like the thing about Africa, it's like mostly rich and poor, and there's a lot of rich people.
It says like West Palm, super rich, super
Poor,
poor.
yeah. And I think that's the only thing we have to do with Africa is find a way to like create a middle class, because that's what make America great. The middle class is what keep this country going.
Wynwood will keep us.
You know what I'm saying? So once we figure out a way not to be selfish and not keep all the money to ourselves, while the rich keep it themselves, find a way to share it. Get that middle class. The middle class will keep a country going, and we'll be better than America. But that's time to come. It's gonna happen eventually, hopefully. When I become president one day, I'm gonna try to create a middle class. Y'all gonna vote for me?
Yo, listen, no, I'm gonna go get an apartment in Ghana. I just want y'all to get like something like a W type.
No.
And I want to buy the place there. And I'm gonna go out there.
You know what? It's a house on my block. Come and get it home over there.
Cool.
I
don't
got
like
you.
houses. I'm a condo.
You're a condo guy. I feel you.
Yeah.
Over there.
I got a
right?
condo.
Houses, I be thinking Jason's gonna come out. Tin, 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 tin. Condos, I can always be like, oh nigga, I see you. Like, you know, houses is creepy for me. Like
That condo come with a fucking HOA fee, my
I
nigga.
like it.
It's security, right? You feel safe.
Salute, yeah,
Okay.
salute. Yes. Holy shit, come on. Let's take a
listen,
shot.
I gotta-
No. That you went back, that's your regular drink. This is my regular drink, nigga.
We can take
This-
regular
yeah,
drink shots.
Yo,
I'm
yes,
good.
take shots. We not
There's a-
done, but I just
there's
want
a
to give you your
story
flowers.
that I
Go ahead.
heard.
Let's go.
About DMX getting kidnapped over there. Is that true? You
No.
Where?
He don't know.
Where?
No,
Where did he
no.
get kidnapped?
That's with Wakimio. That's
Somewhere.
somewhere totally different. They all get kidnapped over there. Yeah.
They try to kidnap DMX?
Yeah.
Was it at nighttime? Because, you know, dark-skinned niggas.
Yeah,
they gonna-
where? It might be
if
Nigeria.
You try to kidnap us up at nighttime, you gonna be practicing, motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah, you playing around.
Yo, how about Paris? You fuck with Paris?
You know, I was there one time. You know when I went to Paris? When I had the airline job and I got to fly for free.
Oh.
And that's the only time I went to Paris.
All of your cousins is there.
Yeah, I heard that.
Lot of
But
it.
you know what? See, Africa, we have a lot of English-speaking countries. Those countries were all colonized by the British.
Right.
Ghana was colonized by the British, Nigeria, Gambia. And then you got the French countries that were colonized by the France.
You
By
like Haiti.
France. Haiti, then you got like Ivory Coast. You got Senegal.
The Ivory Coast.
You have
is one of
Togo.
those places.
Yeah, Ivory Coast, Togo. And those are all French-speaking countries. They ain't think about a country that was like. So now, when the slaves were allowed to go back home, when they were freed,
Right.
and were somewhere allowed to go back to Africa,
Right.
most of them went to Liberia. Liberia is where most of the slaves went to, and Liberia.
Liberty City.
Huh?
Liberia, Liberty
Liberty
City.
City. And the capital of Liberia is Monrovia, because the president at that time was Monrovia. That's why they named the capital after him. Yeah, Monrovia was the president of the United States when the slaves were allowed to go back.
President of the.
United States.
Oh wow.
If I'm not mistaken. Am I right? Google that. Monrovia.
Nah, we never.
What
heard
Monrovia
it.
is the capital. Am I over? I'm drunk.
No, we
Man,
never
double check
heard
that.
of it. Yeah.
Look up
It's not-
Monroe. Maybe something Monroe.
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 We got Monroe
okay.
County. We got Monroe County.
In Monroe.
we
Whoever
don't got
the
no-
president was, Monroe was the president. And that's why they named the capital of Liberia Monrovia, because when the slaves were allowed to go back, they all went back to Liberia. So Liberia is one of those countries that has a lot of the slaves went back. And Liberia is a place where you see like a light-skinned Liberian.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
And you
say.
see a dark-skinned Liberian. The dark-skinned ones are the
Gaddafi
natives.
guys.
They're the natives. And the light-skinned ones were called conquer people. They were called conquer people because they had no tribe. They were from America, and they were ex-slaves, and they didn't have no language, and they didn't have no tribe. They called them conquer people. You know, and the reason I know so much about Liberia is where I spent most of my African life. So I know a lot about
Is
Liberia.
that where the blood diamonds are from, brother?
No, that's Sierra Leone. Blood Diamond, Sierra Leone. That's right next
Not
door
too
to
far.
Liberia. Not
Right,
too
it's
far.
gotta be right next
You know, but every country in Africa has something. Liberia has rubber. You know, a lot of rubbers came from Liberia, like Firestone. A lot of rubber was from Liberia. Ghana was used to be called the Gold Coast. So Ghana has gold. You know, Sierra Leone has diamonds. Nigeria has oil. You know, we have so much resources in our continent.
God damn it.
But yeah, man. Everybody need to come home,
I
man.
gotta come home. Let's talk
You
about
gotta
your
make a
music,
visit.
though.
You gotta
But you know what? I have a couple of songs. My first song I did was an Afrobeat music called Mutombo. Mutombo is pretty much what I call my dick.
Oh man.
Yeah, I apologize. You know, Dikembe Mutombo was tall and dark and blocked all the shots. And
No.
No. My dick was Mutombo. Tall, big, and black, and he blocked all the shots. So the song's called Mutombo. I actually did it with a Nigerian artist in Nigeria right before COVID. I actually shot this, you know, we wrote the song and we shot the music video in Nigeria back in like 2020. And then when I came back to LA, I'm like, oh shit, this shit was hot. I'm like, I feel like a rapper. So I did a song with it's got Cap G. You heard of Cap G?
I think I definitely.
You know Cap G. Yeah, from Atlanta. I did
Carol G.
Cap G and Five Mike. You heard of Five Mike?
Yeah, of course. From New York?
Yeah, from New York.
Yeah,
so we
Five
did a
Mike.
song together called I Want You remix. In fact, let's play my verse.
Come on, let's go.
Here's the reason why we'll play my verse in the and the reason why I want to play my verse because what I've noticed in America is like they're locking niggas up. Niggas are going to jail. Rappers are going to jail and they are using their lyrics against them. Did you know that?
Yeah, look, this is my favorite African artist, Saki. He's a dude. He videos. He make videos like Busta Rhymes.
Let me see. Can I hear something?
Yeah, I think I pulled the wrong nigga. Hold on. He signed with Ghazi. You remember?
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
And it was dope. He had all
This
the
him right
colors.
here. This
He had
him
all the
right
colors in the videos.
Yeah, it's him right here.
His videos were so bright and different than all the rest.
Asaki. Where's he from? Or what?
Africa, nigga.
What country, motherfucker? You see this shit, man? This nigga said Africa is not a country.
You
It's
know
a whole
what's the crazy
continent.
shit? Let me see what the crazy shit is. I'm being funny real quick, trying to be funny at least, right? You ever like sit down at a bar and like you're speaking to somebody from Switzerland or Germany or something, and you be like, they say to you, yeah, because you know when I went to the States, and you be looking at them like, all right, cool. What states do you go to? And they be like, because when I went to Utah, man, you guys are out of control. And you be like, wait a minute, you went to Utah and you basing the whole America?
Let me tell you, they told me the NBA All-Star is in Utah this year. I was like, I'm going to sit this one out, my nigga.
No, I thought it was in Arizona. No, that's the football.
Super Bowl is in Arizona.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. I will be there.
Yeah.
I will be at the game.
Yeah.
And I will be flying with my wings, my
Right,
nigga.
that's Super Bowl.
Y'all can keep Utah for All-Star weekend this year. I'm going to sit this one out. I'm sitting out from the Mermaids, okay?
Actually, I'm going to be honest with you.
You going?
I had a great time in Utah.
I've been to Utah because I'm very good friends with Rudy Gobert. He was with the Utah Jazz at that time. I went there a few times.
Yeah.
Hung out with him, went to the game.
I had a great time in Utah. First time I went to Utah, we was going to something called the Impact Convention. And it was in Vegas. It was in Vegas or Reno, Nevada.
Okay,
so
Reno.
you couldn't get there without connecting. So it was crazy. I stood there, I connected.
So you was on Delta, nigga. If you went on,
it was definitely on my come up. So it was definitely something not right. And then I was so mad because Foxy Brown, Mace, Cameron, and everyone, they just jumped off the plane and they just jumped on the next plane. And I've been there for 6 hours in Utah talking to motherfuckers with cowboy hats.
just at the airport.
Yeah, just in the airport because I didn't know about connectors. I just was like, all right, cool, this is the easiest way to get there. And I fell in love with Utah that day.
Yeah.
Karl Malone was still on the team.
Oh, damn. Nigga.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I like Karl Malone, bad motherfucker. I started talking white and everything. And this was with black folks
Black
too.
shit.
Yeah. So what's next for Michael Blackson, man? You did it all. We spoke about the stand-up, which we all waiting for.
Yeah, it's on its way. I actually had a
We spoke
Zoom
about the
meeting.
TV show.
Right, we'll talk about that later. Like I said, I can't talk much about it. They get mad at me. But the stand-up is on its way. The TV show is on its way. I'm touring the countries. Just follow me on IG at Michael Blackson.
Right.
For those who went to a public school, I'll spell it for you. It's MICHAEL BLACKSON. I think, like I said, we're in the era of being African. Everything about Africa is shining right now. From our music, even like I said, soccer is coming back.
About time.
So as soccer is coming back, so I actually started like my little soccer league in the villages because
We call it soccer.
we call it football, but you know
We
what?
call it soccer. We call it soccer. We call it soccer.
Football.
Okay.
Football.
We fucking with you.
Football. So I'm gonna start a management team where I'm gonna try to discover the hottest football, soccer players in my continent, and also like Afrobeat has been the hottest thing right now.
It is.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna find it. I'm putting a team together to put the best new Afrobeat artists together. So I have a lot of shit going on, man.
God damn it, man. Let's make some noise for that, man.
I got a question. You ever met Thames?
Yes, you know what? I actually met her. I met her briefly at the BT Awards where she won an award.
In Atlanta?
It was a BT award, not a hip hop award. It was in LA. It was a main award, not the hip hop award.
Yeah, before.
Yeah, it was
We wouldn't
last
get invited to the
at
hip-hop
the last
awards,
BT Awards.
Like
She won an
he
award.
tried to identify with you. He's like, at the
Yeah,
no,
then
we only
I
get
was
invited
there.
to the
That
hip hop
nigga-
award.
that nigga was
That's the
talking-
BT awards. They didn't invite us to that one.
Two different
This
things.
that nigga was talking about Timberlands, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The shoes,
Yeah,
motherfucker. But shout out to just Afrobeat period, man.
Yeah,
Shout
but
out
Yeah,
to
big time. big
You are
time.
absolutely correct. But let me just be clear. Bringing it back to how we just started this interview.
Right.
You saying how you had to come to America
To be-
and fit in, and you know, even to say African wasn't good. Like even when you was, working for Domino's, they thought you was a Jamaican kingpin. They ain't say African kingpin,
Right.
right? For it to go full circle.
yeah.
For now, it's to be like, yo, the number one. What's that shit? Me and my wife thing. I don't want no other body. Like, I can sing that to my wife.
Exactly.
No, it's crazy.
And we could just I love that fucking record.
If I tell you, say I love you.
Yes.
My body, oh, baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's our-
It's crazy.
It is
For it to
our
go-
time to
For it to
shine.
go- thank you so much. For it to go from African booty scratcher
Yeah.
to that to no, this is real shit because I don't know if you know Hollywood the trainer.
I don't know him.
All right, cool, my bad. If you thought you did, but he claims you, but it's okay. All right.
I'm claiming to, but I just don't know who the
But,
guy
okay.
is.
But for it to, me see him, because at the time, again, it was being Jamaican. Jamaican was the Caribbean thing at the time.
It was.
And then, slowly but surely, even Haitians gravitated towards it. But Africa was kind of like the lowest of the low. And we don't know if that was because we was brainwashed because the school system made us feel like, don't love the motherland.
Yeah.
If you love the motherland, then you'll love
You're
yourself.
absolutely right about
so
that.
don't love the
You're
motherland.
right about
so we
that.
don't know if it was from the school system or whatever.
So true.
But from it to go from there, from the African booty scratchers, I kept listening to your interviews and kept going through it, and I was like, you repeated that so much. And I was like, damn, I remember me calling my African friends African booty
You was the
scratchers.
one of the
But-
bad guys?
Yeah, I know, but it was.
supposed to be-
I was a part of the
nigga.
system.
You
I was
fucked
a
my
part
life
of
up,
No,
motherfucker.
Oh,
I
he
followed
lied.
what I saw.
He said,
I
I
followed what I
system.
saw.
I like that.
And I was hearing interviews with you, and I'm like, you know what? That's crazy. And for it to go full-fledged,
Yeah.
because also I'm black and Puerto Rican, right? So when I remember bringing Puerto Rican or Latino music to my black friends, and they being like, this guy. And now they all love Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
VIP, hey,
What a
take a
great
selfie, and
point.
yeah, take a selfie, and vice versa. I remember doing the same thing with hip hop and bringing them while they listening to Tito Puentes and Menudo. I listen to M.O.P. Listen to Gang Stunners is after that. Listen to Gang Star. Listen to M.O.P.
Yeah.
And I remember them. And now they can't listen. So this is my question for you:
Right.
is you being the product of that, of
Yes.
people making fun of this culture
Right.
that we're actually from,
Yes.
and to see it go 360, how does it feel? What was the first? That's a two-part question. How does it feel? One, and then two. What was the first Afrobeat record that you heard? It was like, oh, we here now, motherfucker, motherfucker. Excuse me.
Motherfucker, yeah.
Uh-huh.
God, it is the best feeling in the world, man. And the thing about it, I knew one day the world would notice our talent, and it would be our time. Like, everybody got the time to shine.
Right.
I think the first one, and I'm not going to take all the credit, but I know for a fact, when I noticed a song by DeVito, it was If. The song If. If I tell you, say I love you. My body, oh, baby. So when I heard that song, DeVito, I started playing it.
DeVito! Hold on. Before we move forward, first off, let's all be quiet and give a rest in peace. Silence, moment of silence for his son that passed away,
Yes.
correct? Give a moment of silence. Everyone bow their head and show that man that love. Rest in peace, DeVito.
Yeah.
DeVito's son. But go ahead.
Yeah, so when I heard
heard
that song,
that?
I played it in my car. I go on IG Live, and I mean, I'm probably one of the persons that made Afrobeat popular to my black
And where's he
audience.
from?
He's from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
He's Nigerian. So once I heard that,
Is
and
he
then
the Nigerian Prince son that they was talking about on the scam?
I have no idea.
He might
Nah,
be
but
Nigerian.
DeVito is from a rich family. His
Yes,
dad
I
is.
heard it. I heard his
dad is
father.
very rich. I'm not sure what the nigga do.
But
He might be the scamming nigga from from there. But but shout out to DeVito.
Shout out to DeVito, yeah.
Very good friend of mine. He's been to my home. We've talked. We've hung out. And they all appreciate what I've done for the culture. Because I think I'm probably one of those guys that made Afrobeat popular. When I started listening to them, I started playing them in my car, and I play them on the radio. I play them on IG. Whenever I'm on live, I played it for the
held it
past.
down for Africa. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, definitely, man.
held
I
it
always,
down.
you know what? I always loved and believed in my country, my continent, and I figure
Never faked on
it's a matter of. I never faked. I never try to change for nobody. I always rep my whole continent,
food,
and I'm finally
everything.
we are getting our just due. You know what I mean?
Flowers.
It is our flowers. That's right, man. And I'm just glad, and so much talent in my whole continent, and now that I think I've came to America and I've made it in this country, country. That's the hardest thing to do, man. Come to America and make it.
right.
It's almost, especially coming from another country. So my whole continent is looking up to me. Because of that, that's why I decided to start this management company and show them some other talent, that we have, especially in my continent and across the world as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think DeVito was probably the first artist, the song If. But Afrobeat go way back to like
James
guys like
Brown.
P Squares,
You name
James.
them.
I was more like go back to the African guys that
I'll
started
explain
it.
to you later, sir.
But at the end of the day, man, it's finally the world has recognized
That's right.
that being black is great.
It is so crazy because it's not that it's been recognized. James Brown, Michael Jackson, all of these people are African.
Yes.
But what's so crazy is it made it in the U.S., which is where you make it at. But it's so crazy that it made it here for so long, but now it took all this time to get back to the motherland.
Yeah.
But you was I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. We're talking about music as far as this, but the music
You're saying the music going back to the motherland.
where the people that actually from there are getting the credit. Meaning, as far as time has passed,
Okay.
people, we're in America, but we were not really from here. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah. You especially.
I was born here.
Nobody.
But you get what I'm saying.
You was born here.
It's like,
That nigga
yes.
never been to Haiti in his life. That nigga mother said if you go to Haiti, they might eat you.
my blood.
Come on, he went to
Hey, I got a
little
mother.
Haiti, motherfucker.
No,
That's Haiti.
more than little Haiti. You know what's so crazy?
it was the
I
little
got a
Haiti.
mother that everything you said today, my mother started working at 7 years old.
Wow.
Never went to school a day in her life. Born 1930.
Wow. Your mom was born 1930.
1930.
She's still alive.
Still alive. Lives with me.
Give it up for that.
Real stuff. But guess what? I know my mom, if she's born in 1930.
Your mom is
her
92
mother,
years old. How
her
old is she?
grandmother.
93? What is she?
She's going to be 93 this year.
Wow.
But meaning she never went to
AARP
school.
car is titanium.
Listen, she knew
She never went to school.
his mother knew Burger King when he was just a prince. I
But
think.
the
She
truth,
took a driver's test on a dinosaur. Give it
I
up.
like it. I like it. But
God
Give us
said-
some Andre. Give
When
us
God
Andre.
said, let there be light, he turned the switch on.
No.
But what he said, everything is true. And it's like, I like where, where now, like a person
No, we
like
don't
Davido, Thames, you didn't hear that coming from Africa
That's
where
right.
the
No,
music's
that
so
part we
popular.
know, yeah.
So, but we've been doing it. Even you got
You ain't
some
you ain't-
African
You
in
ain't
you.
been out the country.
I've been. I'm
But you know,
not.
You went to Jamaica and called it
I think
quits.
back in the day, I think if a lot of those African artists or whatever background they were connected with, a lot of them were so ashamed because we think Africans weren't getting love. I could
they
name
wouldn't
two
get a
guys right now
chance. They wouldn't
that
get a
if they would have claimed their continent or their country, they would have their country behind them. You know, a lot of people you didn't even know were Africans. Like, you probably didn't know Wale was Nigerian, did you?
Yeah, I did know.
You knew that? Did you know that?
It says it to his face.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I think if he would have...
But he might be Nigerian.
Like, I think if the whole world really knew Wale was Nigerian, we would have the whole... And who's another guy? Camille Lanier is also Nigerian. Did you know he was
Yes.
Nigerian?
Camille, that guy's Ethiopian.
This
Nigerian.
is the point
Okay.
I'm making. Meaning, I don't care who you are. If you're from somewhere,
True.
from the motherland.
Yeah.
That's true.
And so you always been attached. That's American. That's American.
Yeah.
But now it's trickled all the way down that people who are really from the motherland, they're just as big and they're getting their just due
Right, finally.
now. But we've been doing it. That's
We've
what
been
I'm
doing
saying.
it. But that's why I tell you, you have to, when it's your time, it's your time. When God says your time, there's no stopping it. And right there is our time. It's the best time to be African.
Oh, it's God did right now. Yeah.
It's our time.
Yeah, batting the bell.
It's our time to shine, motherfucker.
Hey, come on.
Nigga, I'm gonna be president one day. Fuck you, my
president one day.
nigga.
That's right.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Hey, man.
Is that the one? Is that the we he wrapped up this whole time?
Yes.
Clean weed.
Yes. It's called it's the supreme lead for the supreme leader. Would you be a dictator if you take over in Ghana?
No. I think, you know what? I think to be a leader, you have to really care about the people. You know, like I go home and I look around, I'm like, I see somebody walking down the street, I always say to myself, God, where's this guy going to? Where's he does in the daytime? You have to really care about the people. And that's why sometimes I feel like I might have this presidential shit in me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, because I really care about the people. I care about the little kids. I care about the adults. You know what I mean? And that's
1, 2, 3.
We about that life. We about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
you know, and I think that's important. Once you start caring, and believe it or not, as much as we talk shit about America, you know, America became successful because Americans are givers. You know, they care. They do somehow, you know, they do somehow care. I don't care.
Except for Karens.
Except for the cameras. Right?
Yeah, they don't.
You know, but, you know, I think
He's right.
to be a great leader, you gotta give, you gotta be selfless. You gotta care about the people out on the streets and the people every day. Like, you know, you sit down and you watch everybody like, God, where's this guy going? What's he doing? Who's this? And that's how I feel sometimes. I feel like when I go home, I'm like, I just look at everybody on the streets. I'm like, where's this guy going to? What is he, you know, what is he doing for a living? I'm always worrying about people. And I think that's what a true leader is, man. You care about the common people and everybody else. And you always don't ever think you're bigger than life. You should always go back and live a common life. I could go back and live a common life. I could go and beat the fufu with the steak and eat with my hands and hang in the village and do all of that. You have to feel the people. And that's what a true leader is.
So like, when you say like go back to Africa or go to Ghana, right? I got a friend that's to the right of me, and I heard him on the phone. One day talking to his friend, and he's like, "Yeah." He said, "I didn't speak to you for a couple of days." He said, "Yeah, I was hiding out. I didn't want to get kidnapped as I was going to my house in Haiti." Like that
real
doesn't
stuff.
sound like a place I wanted to go. Like
It is a little
You know what?
tough.
It is. So you know what? I did go to Haiti twice, and I did like
And you had a good time.
No, I did like benefit shows during the hurricane. I had like two.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck I did to the Lord that he gave to niggas two hurricanes? Goddamn it!
No, you at the worst place.
You know,
at the
but
worst time.
I had a friend a Haitian friend that I lost during the second hurricane. You know, God forbid, let him rest in peace.
bless.
But you know, but like, sometimes you know, it's so tough in his
But this
country.
is his friend that's trying to go back. He stacked his money up. He did the American dream, and he went back to Haiti. But what he has to do is, before he goes to his house, he has to hide out to make sure the rebels. Like that.
Actually, he has to
What did he
go
say? What did he say?
2.5, 3 hours out of the way. When it just takes him, that's like 2 seconds from the airport. He has
Just
to
to
go
make sure.
around the capital, Port-au-Prince.
Well,
And come
you know what,
back.
nigga? It is
3
called.
hours just to go to avoid.
You know what it's called? Means street smart, motherfucker.
It's called street smart.
You know, he's street smart. He know what to do to survive.
Right.
It's just, you know, it's like you have to know what survive. You know what it's like. You know, like when you go to certain cities in America to perform.
Right.
You know, whether you're going to Detroit or you go to LA, what you gotta do? You supposed to check in, right?
Detroit.
You supposed to check in with the real niggas. All that shit started from Africa, man.
Right.
All that shit started from we started out checking in.
Checking in, baby.
We have to check.
Hey,
Let me tell
you know
something.
you gotta check
How the
in.
fuck you gonna make this
Thank
check?
you. We want to hear the African
Let me
check
tell you what African
This
check.
is important.
What's
It
the
all
African
start-
check-in?
African check-in. Okay, I built a school. I built a school in the village.
Okay.
All right, to make sure my school, everything is cool and everything is safe, the kids are in good, nobody bothers nobody. You check in with the chiefs.
I need to
That's
hear.
how it is in Haiti.
That's how you gotta check in with the Chiefs.
You check in with the chiefs.
I don't want
Nigga, me and the chiefs are best friend. I checked in with the chief. You know, you might call it extortion. I call it shit checking in. Yeah.
Do the Chief got a gram?
Dude, the chief got an Instagram.
I wanna follow the Chief.
All right, the chief
I wanna
might
follow
got
the
an
Chief.
Instagram. Go follow that guy.
I went, you know, the day before the opening ceremony, you know, I'm like, okay, I got to check in with the chief. All right, I drove straight to the chief's palace, you know, with all the queen mothers around, you know.
Well, hold on,
had
who
about
mothers?
Queen mothers.
mothers.
These are the
Queen
ladies.
mother.
Queen mothers, yeah. These are the
boss
people that runs the
ladies.
chief, that runs the village, that particular village. You know what I mean? And it's just a matter of showing respect.
Right.
You know, I went up there with like 5 envelopes, you know, throw them a little something.
Break a little
Hey,
bread.
Break bread is just, you know.
How many people in the village?
Chill, let him finish.
I just want to know so we can get a number.
What do you mean? How many people I broke bread with?
No, not at all.
The village
when you said
capacity. I mean,
went into
the population.
village and I broke bread. The
Well,
population.
the village is that's
you know.
well, that is the village where I built my school.
Right.
You know, I also actually started like my own little soccer tournament in that village. Like this is my village. This is where my mother was born. This is where like I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be the one to take over this particular village one day.
Fire.
You know, and nigga.
Hold on. I don't want him to get away from what he was saying, but.
Nigga, if I want 4 wives, I want to be a chief, nigga. I need this nigga to verify me that I'm good.
Right.
But you know, man, I don't want 4 wives. My lady's not going for that shit. You know what I mean? But nah, it's just a matter of just showing respect and everything, and make sure that this thing started back in Africa, man. All that shit that happened in America with the hood and like checking in with
It ain't
niggas,
like that.
it started in the fucking village,
Gonna be
nigga.
Bloods and Crips
If you want to
started in
land,
Africa, too?
we ain't got no goddamn Bloods and Crips. Right? We call them chiefs, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's the OG.
Hey,
That's the
he
OG.
watched City Soleil. Am I right or wrong? The
Soleil.
Chiefs.
All right.
Tupac.
So it's a matter of it's just showing respect. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to come in. I want to make some things happen. I want to make sure we good. I want to make sure you make sure my village, my school is protected. Make sure this, you know, everything is good. And that's what it's all about. It just matters showing respect to the people that run the city, to run
He
that
have a
particular-
plate in his big lip, right?
Nah. This nigga, the chief of my village, actually a young
is
nigga,
that from? What
probably like early 40s, late 30s, young. You know, he just became the chief,
Right.
and we clicked right away. We became cool. You know what I'm saying?
He knew who
And-
he was. They got TVs, right?
Yeah, they got TVs, man. This motherfucker.
I like your African
Yeah, but so
stereotypes, by the
you
way.
go, you gotta,
You gotta ask.
nigga, you want to land, you better check on the Chiefs. Them
Yeah.
niggas, they're the one that runs
So
and
in
owns
the
everything.
village, would you say there's 10,000?
Nah, it's a little bit more than that. My village,
It's a little more. Oh, that's
a little bit more. It's a little bit more than that. I'm not. I mean, I'll probably give it maybe. I want to say me 30, 40,000 in that village.
That's a big.
And then how
That's
do
a pretty
you
big village.
pick the people that's to get in your school?
Well, that was, you know, so my goal was to pick the less fortunate kids. Because mind you, this is a school that's going to be free. Even though, you know, my people, everybody going to act like they're poor.
They go all.
You know, so I had I hire a consultant to interview the parents and interview and you know, and we found out, okay, where did your kid go to school last? If you name a certain school, I'm like, that's a Catholic school. Nigga, you have money. Stop playing.
Man, that's in New
You know what I
York.
mean? Let's get the less
That's in
fortunate
New York,
kids.
right.
Let's get the less, you know, that my goal was to get the less fortunate kids that would come to the school for free. You know what I mean? So The school is called Michael Blackson Academy. It's up and running. You know, I get a report every day. It just started in January, so I just actually made my first payment for the month. You know, where I provide uniforms for these kids, teachers, lunch, books. Everything for them. The only thing they got paid for
lunch?
Free food, nigga.
No, was it free food?
Fufu. Well, fufu is low.
No, that's not gonna be lunch for
fufu,
kids.
I don't want too much
That's a
messy
bigger
food.
dinner, right.
We know we're keeping it light with some jollof rice and light shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I told my kids the only thing they have to pay for is pay attention to the teachers.
That's it. Pay attention.
I'm taking a shot for that.
Pay
If there's
attention.
anything that's worth.
Pay
And look,
attention.
we do little shots.
Can I ask you how the fuck I keep getting shots? Nobody bringing this shit here.
Yeah.
This shit just appears.
Yeah.
Are you into voodoo, motherfucker? What? How you say?
Nope.
Nah, let me just tell you something, bro. Voodoo comes from Africa.
No.
Voodoo comes from Africa.
That's exactly where it comes from, the origin and all that.
But you know what?
It's not real. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in
Here's
it.
my opinion with voodoo, okay? And longer, I was raised godly. I fear God. I know God personally.
Can't touch
Here's
it.
my thing. As long as you believe in your God,
That's
that shit
it.
shouldn't touch
It's
you.
not just-
But at the same time, don't go do
Automatic.
people wrong.
Right.
People only
Yes.
put voodoo on you if you do something wrong.
When you're
You know what I mean? When you do
cooking
something
the fufu wrong.
You do some wrong shit, some people like me, let me tell you something. I've had the same phone number since 1999.
Wow.
I'm not running from nobody. I don't owe nobody no money.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And if you call me, I don't know you, nigga, I push end,
Block you.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
text me, who is this?
Block,
I have no
yeah.
reason to hide. I've never done nobody wrong, thank God. You know what I mean?
Amen.
That's just me. Period. So long as you don't do nobody wrong, nothing should bother you. Nothing.
Nothing.
You believe in God and you
Clear
don't do wrong to nobody,
You live free.
nothing should go wrong.
You're living free.
You live free.
Freedom.
I'm peaceful.
Freedom.
Nigga, if anybody did something to
I'm
me,
not
it's just a
somebody.
fucking hater.
Money.
That's right.
And that's it. Because Mike I don't do nothing wrong to
And we
nobody.
good people. When good people be good
I
people.
might roast you online. That's it, my nigga.
That's it.
I whoop your ass.
You can
on
make
the
a
internet.
mistake with words.
Now,
You
last
can't make
thing.
a mistake with action.
Is that Beijing in the curls?
Hold on. That's juices and berries, my nigga. Okay? Natural juices and berries.
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, this is coming to America. Fuck you, my nigga. A nigga with no hair. Look at nigga head. His head look like a busted condom. Look at nigga's head.
We've been waiting for this.
When the condom
Roast the
bust
whole crew.
and your dick
Roast the
fall
whole
out.
crew.
Oh, we're done.
Roast
We're
the whole
done.
crew.
I'm
Roast the whole-
done.
We've been waiting for this.
This
done.
nigga look like Justin Timberriver, motherfucker.
Out of lake.
This nigga look like
I'm dead.
The Rock if he was the Stone, motherfucker.
Yeah. This is how you know. This is how
Hey,
you know.
I love it.
And look at this nigga with the thick ass glasses.
Oh,
When
yeah.
is Jesus coming? Tell me right now.
On the spot.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Nigga back there look like Bob Marley with a concussion, motherfucker.
Killed it. Killed that.
I like all y'all niggas up online.
Yo,
I like
let me
all
tell you something.
you.
That's something that I
I
was studying because I was studying audio material, but there's something that was really, really special about you on Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
And it was the improv. And to me, comedians is great when they can sit down and write their material. But if you can't be like
you
that,
gotta be
and,
quick.
and it was, I think you called DC Young Fly a thug and a nerd at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I fell the fuck out. I was like,
I said, nigga look like a thug and a nerd. You gonna rob me or email me?
So how is that? Because one of my favorite shows was called Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Right.
And what they say about Curb Your Enthusiasm is he give you a basic of it and you have to improv
On the
everything. To
spot.
me, that's
It's a natural talent. When you
yeah,
come
that's
up
a
with
natural talent.
You know what? That's why most great comedians is a gift from God.
Right.
Yep.
You know, you could try to practice to be a comedian, you know, but when you got a gift from God naturally,
That's it.
there's no turning back. There's nothing, you know, it's a natural gift. And I think that's what I have. I think God gave me this gift.
Right.
And it just comes naturally.
I agree.
Now,
Michael, you know who was like that? Marlon Wayans, remember?
Yeah.
On the spot.
Oh, yeah.
he could just.
Oh, all right. Marlon Wayans came to us early,
he's on
and we every time we interviewed him,
roaster.
our AC broke. Like it was just something like just fucked up.
Y'all shit work today,
Y'all
motherfucker.
shit works today. Yes, because we know we got the African mother sucker. But let me just tell you something, bro. I really appreciate you. I think you deserve your flowers. What you're doing is unprecedented. I don't know no other African comedian that could come, hang with the Africans, hang with the quote unquote Americans, quote unquote the white people, quote unquote, and everyone. It's like you the Bob Marley of comedy.
I appreciate
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Everybody loves you.
and what I mean by that is, for some reason, if you play Bob Marley in any crowd, no one will ever be offended. And you're like that kind of guy. Like even you push race,
Yeah.
but you push it to the extent where you don't offend somebody, but you're pointing out the fact that's funny about that race.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And I wanted to big that up. Wanted to big you up. Period. Give you your flowers like we did, and tell you face to face, man to man, how much we appreciate you.
Thank you so
in this
much.
community. You know what I'm saying? In this community, because you are a staple. You are an icon, and it was something that I wanted to tell Dave Chappelle weeks after he had the attack happen on him.
Yeah.
And me and
I
him.
was actually there when it happened.
Wait, let's
Oh,
get to that.
shit.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Let me say my little part and then let's get to that. So what I told Dave at the time, Dave was like, I don't feel like because remember mass shootings had happened right after that. And Dave was like, I don't want to, because we celebrating on Drink Champs. He was like, so I don't want to like kind of celebrate that while this is happening. And I was like, Dave, you're right. But I was like, if we base it upon that, we'll never drop the episode because there's a mass shooting every fucking day in America. So I'm saying to what I say to you, to Dave, I'm gonna say it to you, is during the pandemic and during life, we need to laugh.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how serious this person is. So I can't do this. I can't look at the joke in 9/11. But, and I'm not saying 9/11 is a joke. Let me just be clear. But we salute people like y'all who can make us laugh through that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we all live, it's the most blessed person here. You could look at the most richest person here.
That's you, right?
I hope so.
You're
Shit. I hope so. But if it's not, we all need to laugh.
Yeah.
Like the most serious person in the world is probably the most boringest person in the world. Like I need to laugh. I sincerely believe that's why, like me and my wife is still together to this day. It's like when I'm just alone with me and her, and she'll do something funny, like jump out of bed. And I just like, oh, you almost bust your ass now. So you know what I mean? And just laugh at her,
You're a
and she'll
comedian
laugh
on the
at
low,
me.
too.
And I feel like comedy is the savior for the world.
It is.
So not only you, but especially you, I want to big up because during that pandemic, you guys coming online and just roasting each other and just getting on, it meant a lot. And moving forward, I don't want comedians to dumb their thing down.
Yeah.
You ain't got around. I would never dumb down for nobody.
Yeah.
And like I said, America has to come and accept me for who I am. And I think they finally are. So everything that you hope for Mike to happen for Mike is finally about to happen. Because they realize that Mike is not going to change for no fucking body.
God damn, let's take that.
Yeah.
But hold on, and I'm going to end it with this, okay? So how many shots I took? 2, by the way, look.
I think I took more than you, my nigga.
Outside.
She gave you a new cup.
No.
I had the same 2 cups, my nigga.
Oh, yeah, because that's how I got to determine how much I got to
So
go
whatever
home.
you had is what I had.
Yeah, how much, you probably
Yeah,
with
she
me.
took your cup.
Okay,
Mike, bring
Yeah,
it.
this means I got
Britney
about 10
Spears
minutes.
gave me the same fucking cup, nigga.
Wait, Britney Spears playing around?
Yeah, whoever she is.
Okay.
The lady that kept coming back here.
But let me ask you
We had a little
before.
piece.
We always ask people this. Have you ever make Prince or Michael Jackson?
Have I what? I didn't meet. I saw Michael Jackson on 2 occasions.
Okay.
First occasion was at the BT Awards. Everybody got to see him perform. I was there at the show.
In L.A.
Second time I met Michael Jackson, so I'm pretty cool with Teddy Riley. You know, Teddy Riley did a lot of songs with Michael Jackson. And I had a buddy named Link Brand who was even more cooler with Teddy. And at that moment, Teddy was in the studio with Michael Jackson. This was, I don't remember what year this was. Definitely before he died, nigga. It wasn't after he died.
Yeah.
Again.
Hopefully you ain't meet with Mike after he died.
That means I'm dead, motherfucker. But it was in the studio. Teddy was doing, producing something with Michael Jackson. And I remember sitting in the waiting area, right? And then Michael Jackson was in the studio. So now, for some reason, Michael Jackson did not like to be seen.
Right. He had a mask on back then.
Well, he had a mask on. It's just like, let's say this is a waiting area, okay? This is the studio. This is the bathroom. When Michael Jackson went to the bathroom from the studio, there was 2 niggas that had a big board that follow him, so people in the waiting area won't look at him.
See him. Oh, I need to.
Yeah, and that's how I peeped him.
Right.
So that was the second time I
You peeped
met
that as
him.
Michael, or you peeped that as some
No.
important
I mean,
motherfucker?
I was able to like peep my. Oh, that's a nigga right there.
Because his curls was coming out.
Yeah, the baby hair and everything. So that's the closest I ever got to meet Michael Jackson. Some nigga walked past.
Right.
Some walked past with a board with 2 guys holding a board, so you don't look at him. I'm like, okay, I saw him. Sorry about that. My bad.
And then how about Prince? Never met Prince?
Prince, the thing about it, I've went to almost every BT Awards, and I saw Prince perform at one of the awards.
That's it.
That's it, man.
Was his ass out?
No, his ass wasn't out.
Okay.
They were both covered. No ass cheeks out. No.
Good.
That's it?
Listen, hold on.
Go ahead.
Y'all gonna act like his ringtone wasn't way out
Well,
of line?
It's my
ringtone was out of line.
It's my playlist. Dog, my playlist is nothing but Afrobeats, man.
Mike, listen, man. Your ringtone was out of line.
By the way, why do you still got a ringtone?
It's not a ringtone. It wasn't a ring. I accidentally.
You are 50 years.
That's his regular ring. If that's his regular
I love my African music, man.
No, you got a ringtone.
It's not a ringtone, nigga. I accidentally.
That nigga went to iTunes and said, you have to keep the ringtones open. I'm the only nigga that's gonna have a real ringtone in 2023. Apple said, you're that important. No problem. No problem. Nah, Mike, man, for real, man. And what is the nationality of your lady?
Rather, she's Cambodian.
Oh, I smoke that weed.
Why you say that?
I smoke Cambodian weed. That's
For real?
my
Okay.
favorite weed. I swear to God, I didn't know that was a real place. I swear to God. Like until you just said that just now, it fucked me up because niggas come see me, yo, this that Cambodian. I was like, that sound good. I never really kind of knew. I'm so sorry. This is crazy. Is that near Philippines? It got to be, right?
Yeah, I think it is, right? Is it
Cambodia?
next to? Oh, Southeast Asia.
That's
What
not-
country is next to you?
From Wayne's World.
Vietnam and Thailand. Okay.
Wow, that's dope.
All right. I was close in my vision,
That's dope.
but
What
not in real
country
life.
you guys had a war with? What country was that?
Cambodia.
I'm saying, who fought you when you had to become an asylum?
I had to Google it. Has
It's Cambodian.
Claire
It's
Rouge
Cambodian.
sound French.
For real, it's like a civil war. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't. And
was David
and that's
Wanda.
one thing that happened a lot in the continent of Africa. It's been a lot of civil wars. Like niggas always fighting each other. They're not gonna fight. Real bitch niggas don't fight other countries. They fight each other.
Yeah.
But then that's one thing I could say about Ghana. Ghana has never had a civil war. Almost every other country in Africa has had a civil war where a certain tribe fight another tribe, or the west side fight the east side. You know, but Ghana has never had a civil war.
Hotel Rwanda, what is it? The
I don't know much about that. I know Nigeria back in the day, the Igbo people fought the Yorubas or whatever. So Igbo was the east and they fought the Yoruba. in Liberia, there was a civil war that destroyed half of the country.
Liberia, that's where Gaddafi's from?
No, Liberia is like where the slaves went back to when they were allowed to be free. There was a big civil war. Libya, yeah.
Okay, Liberia, same
right.
shit.
And then you got like, and then Joseph Kony was from like, was that Libya or Uganda?
Yo, Kony, I still don't got my Kony shirts. Yo, I paid for the.
But you know, so I did a movie. I did my own independent movie, and I'm going to redo this movie. It was called
Coney. You gonna find
Coney, Montana.
Can I be down with it?
I'm gonna put you. It was called Coney, Montana.
Oh,
Coney, Montana. So I play Uganda, right? So a lot of these countries, they were always like civil wars. It's within their own country. Nigga, you a real thug? Go fight another motherfucker. Don't fight the niggas. I'm fighting.
You know who was trying to be like Coney a little bit?
Who?
El Chapo.
For real.
Because remember, Coney was doing interviews, and then El Chapo, because of Sean Penn and the chick, El Chapo did an interview like Coney and got caught. Take some shot for me being scientific. That was scientific right there.
Yeah.
That was scientific, even though it made no sense at all. I just needed we to take a shot.
Yeah, word. How does civil war work?
Yeah, you know
we
what?
getting way too deep.
No, I just want to know.
It's just like two
It works like it
different.
works in Jamaica.
Is it a disagreement? Hold on, is it a disagreement?
Yeah.
In Jamaica, the Bloods and Crips
Is it whatever?
is Dominicans, Democrats and political, Democrats and Republicans in Jamaica. You know that? The Bloods and Crips are Democrats and Republicans
It's true.
in Jamaica. That's a fact.
Wow, and they beef each other.
And the government support. Go ahead, Blood. Go ahead, Crip.
Well, the question was, is
That's
civil
it.
war military when he's talking about, like, it's not Guyana, but it's over there. It's not, is it civil war
like
military?
civil war is pretty
or
much-
it's really villages, like a disagreement?
Well, yeah, it has to, sometimes it's tribes versus tribe, or you know, a certain part for a certain part. I think with Nigeria, you know, it was like the East versus the West, and the East wanted to be their own country, and the West was not allowed to have that shit happen, and that was called the Biafra War. You know, that was like and then Liberia, you know, it was more like the conquer. I want to say the natives against the conquer. The conquer were like the ones like came back. It came back, and then the natives, right? So it's always different things, but it's always
It's not necessarily
it's within the country.
military, though, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
It could be.
I want to hear.
Sometimes it is a
military.
civilian. It could be the civilian
Right.
versus
I
the
get
military.
that.
It's so many
You
different
know,
because
Russia, Ukraine.
If
back
you
in the
understand,
day-
like military means it's serious.
back in the day,
And I'm trying to.
back in the day in
Like,
Africa, in most countries, like let's say before they came up with these, now they have a 4 years or 6 years president where you get to like term. Prior to term, these niggas been off as long as they want.
20 years.
20 years, and then all of a sudden the military like this nigga's eating up all the money. He's getting fat because Africa when you're fat,
That's a sign. That's
it's
a
good.
sign.
It means
20 years.
in Africa when you're fat, it means you're getting rich. In America when you're fat, it means you're obese, you're on welfare, you're ugly. In Africa, it's totally different. So in Africa, when you're getting fat, I'm like this nigga getting rich and getting all the money. And then if whoever knocked these niggas off, whoever knock them off could take over.
No.
So, but things have changed now. You know, now that almost every country has like a 4-year term. I know Liberia has a 6-year term. So now, you know, nobody stays there longer than 4 or 5 years unless you vote the nigga in.
Right.
I was telling him about, you know, back in the
6
day,
years.
back in the day in Africa, you know, a lot of time when a nigga become president, he's a president almost as long as he want to be, and then the people start noticing this nigga's getting fat.
Right.
In Africa, fat is good. It means you are rich. You eat all the food. You know what I mean? Because when I came to America, I thought every fat person was rich. I used to be, I used to be in love with Oprah till she lost weight. I thought this bitch losing her money. You know, but like in Africa, fat is rich, and when the niggas notice that you are getting fat and eating all the money, you got all the money, you are getting successful, and we are poor, a motherfucker, a military nigga gonna get mad and bust you in the head, and then he takes over. Or either you take over or you put somebody else in there.
Right.
That's a civil. It's within the country. That's a civil war.
Very hated.
You know, America had one. Y'all had some civil wars, right?
The back end.
You act like we really American. We just fronting.
Yeah, we just out here bullshit.
We just here killing off the land. We don't.
Born here.
We don't really want to know American history.
Right, we don't.
Christopher Columbus, fuck him. We don't want to know about him.
Puerto Rico anyway.
Yeah, we Puerto Rican. We Puerto Rican, man. You know what I mean? So, what's your favorite part? Or if you had to choose, would it be making movies or performing on stage?
It's definitely performing on stage, man. This is the gift that God gave me to go on stage and make fun of things and everything that's happening and make fun of people. You know, that's just a natural gift. You know, the movies and television, those are all like an extra bonus that comes with it. That's why when people would text me like, Mike, you know, if you stay this African nigga, you're gonna be typecast. I'm like, fuck that. Stand up is my thing. I'm not gonna be fake. I'm not, you know, I'm gonna stick with this is me. You know what I mean? And they're gonna have to accept me for who I am, just like they eventually accepted Bernie Mac and give the nigga a show, to give him a show that goes with what he is. You know what I mean? And that
He wasn't scared of them motherfuckers.
Wasn't scared of them motherfuckers.
And you gonna have a mother sucker.
That's
You
right.
gonna have a mother sucker motherfucker.
It's coming. Here's what's coming, and I feel it's coming.
Listen, I'm so sorry, man. I gotta give you one more, man.
One more flower?
Yes, I'm gonna go.
I appreciate you, man.
Listen, man. Oh, damn. Why is mine's like this and his like that? Look, they looking out for you. They looking out for you.
Yours
Because
like
you
it's-
built a school in Africa.
Yes, I did build a school. A whole school, nigga. How many black people who all got a school?
Take a shot and
Who
then
all
give it
have
out.
a school?
Yeah.
Think of, let's do, what other black
Puffy got
man
a
has
school.
a school?
Puffy got a school.
Puffy has a school. And who else?
Oprah got a school.
That's it.
LeBron James has a school.
LeBron James. Only real rich niggas. Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise. Let's make some. I ain't get enough money to get a school
LeBron
yet.
has a school, P. Diddy and Oprah. Come on, man. For you to add me to that list is
No, it's true. It's
amazing.
True. It's true.
I'm gonna open a 2-on-2 basketball court.
No, he's trying
somewhere.
The whole community. But he
Somewhere
might-
in Sherwood. Yeah. It's gonna be
It's-
next
you know
to
what?
Left Rack and
Dad,
in between
y'all-
Queensbridge.
that's my
It's
blind.
gonna be a half court.
It-
Don't make me laugh.
You know what? It is a good feeling of doing this and giving back to my
That's
people.
fine, man.
Because, you know, I'm hoping that every other entertainer, you know, regardless of where you're from, whether you're from the hood in fucking Liberty City or you from North Philly, you from the Bronx, you from Southeast DC, you're from
Compton.
fucking Oakland, Compton, wherever state you're from,
Gotta shout.
and you make it in life,
Shout.
don't forget where you came from.
That's right. God damn it.
Go back and
Reach
give back.
Reach
God damn it. Give
Go
back.
back and give back.
And I promise, this is the last shot. We snuck this in. This is the last shot. I promise. I hope you and your lovely fiance have a
I'm
wonderful
telling you right
night.
now. The thing about it, when I drink a lot like this, I
And
start. She gonna make me. Y'all gonna make me eat her ass. So you
Yeah,
niggas
yeah,
ain't
cut.
shit, motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
That was my last question. Do you eat ass? But obviously, we don't have that.
No, I stopped eating ass.
Why?
Come on, building schools, my nigga.
Be the president.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
president.
Don't need to elaborate. The moral of the story is, once you start building schools, you stop eating ass. Leave it alone. Come on, let's take the picture and leave the program.